spectrum below you, but you were below the Persians.
So I looked it up.
I mean, it wasn't called the Tajik Empire. It was called the Persian Empire. Same.
Actually, the Persian only had some arrived, so
That's
Called the Persian Empire.
exactly. They
It
had
wasn't called the Tajik Empire that controlled everything.
What about the Parthians? What about
Yeah,
the
no,
Kushans?
it was
What
the Persian. You see how it has the name Persian? It wasn't the Great Uzbek. It wasn't the Great Uzbek fucking empire.
No,
It was the
listen.
Persian empire.
Persia is the name.
Yeah, it's a made up thing. Yeah, we know, just like you are.
Persia
You
is
guys are the
name.
Mexicans of the Iranic people.
Rich, shut up for 1 second.
Okay.
When I'm speaking, you're going to
He
be
just
quiet.
goes like,
Or
yeah,
I'm
he's
pushing
just-
down.
Like you
Persia
have
was the
waspy
name.
white at top, then Mexicans, then blacks. You're the blacks.
Rich, shut up for a second. Persia was the name that the West gave to Iran,
I know.
but we always called it Iran. We never called it Persia.
Did you call it Tajik
That
Empire?
called us Persia.
It's called the Tajik Empire? No.
Who called us
Okay,
Well,
Persia?
it was called
We
the
didn't.
Persian
the
Empire.
Tajik is the thing.
Yeah,
It was
the
Iran.
Persian.
Okay.
Yeah, but that word in English is the Persian Empire.
Yeah, for you.
It was never called the Tajik
Not
Empire.
for us. Well, you made a mistake, not us.
Yeah.
Can you mute him? Can you mute
I don't remember the story of Esther marrying the Tajik
Go
Emperor.
ahead, Tina, go ahead.
I remember her marrying the Persian Emperor.
So, Rita, the reason you don't know a lot about the Tajiks is because the Tajik was just like had just like a lot of meanings, okay, and right now it is referred to somebody who is Iranic and who speaks Persian and live in the east, in the Central Asia and the east, like Iran, you know, the region so-called Iran, and our old names, if you like read history, if you read books, we were named Parthians, Sogdians, Bactrians. We were the guys who burned Athena, okay, to the ground.
That wasn't my question. My question was,
okay,
why is there Tajik people and then there's a Persian people?
10,000 immortals, every single one
10,000 immortals, yeah.
fucking Sogdiana.
Oh, God.
Burned Athena to the
Yeah,
ground, bro.
you got.
Immortal
You guys-
hearts.
Just remember the Persians got beat by the 300. They even made a
Nope.
movie about
No,
it.
we burned your city.
That's just in the movie.
No,
The
it's
movie.
It's
in
just a
history.
movie. We burned Athena, no, bro.
Yeah, it
We
is.
burned Athena literally, okay? So 10,000 immortals.
You mean Athens when they were already a shithole at that time?
Wait a minute.
Athens was already on a decline and falling apart when you guys attacked
No,
them.
hell no.
Yeah, they were. They were literally like on the verge of like
doing
doing the same thing that they did to fucking Caesar. Like their whole country was falling apart, and you guys came in and shit kicked them while they were already down. Like,
Okay.
you don't remember that part? Their entire economy was falling
Yeah.
apart. They were like having inner strife and stuff, and you guys came in and
Did
kicked
you
them while they
know
were
that
down.
in our
we beat them up while they were on the
40%
ground.
of the population of Earth was part of our empire, 40%
Yeah, you
of the
beat the
population of Earth.
Athenians while they were like down. That's all that happened.
It
You
is like
guys picked somebody on the ground.
a country with
Yeah.
the size of
Imagine somebody's
4
having
billion
like.
people, okay?
Check this out.
4 billion
Imagine
people.
somebody's having like a kidney stone or like their appendix is rupturing and they're laying on the ground screaming and writhing in pain, and then some dude comes by and starts kicking them in the face and says, I won.
Where are you from?
US. I'm the greatest people
Somewhere
on earth.
in India.
No, I'm the greatest people on earth. I'm an Ashkenazi Jew. I run the world. We're the ones over there currently kicking the shit out
Did you
of
kiss the wall?
the Iranians. Oh, I'm not religiously Jewish, but I'm part of the Jewish clique.
Rich, you're really
Ethnically
annoying.
Jewish.
Like, you're so full of shit. It's so annoying. Like, you destroy everything. Like, every single unity.
Tina's boring.
We
That's
worked really
CJ's
hard
fucking
to
dead.
form a. Shut up for a second. We worked really hard to form a unity, and then Rich comes and he fucks everything up. Either it's going to be that he says shit
I
about
don't give a
Muhammad,
fuck about what he's saying.
about the Prophet Muhammad, and then, or he's going to say shit about Iranians, or it's going to be about Somalis, or it's going to be, and then when I'm a moderator in the room, everyone hates me, and I'm not even the one saying that shit. It's Rich or it's someone else saying that shit, and I'm just here like, and everyone hates me. So, Rich, you're really annoying, honestly.
Yeah.
I was away. What happened?
I'm just saying, every time we form a unity, we try to form a unity. We have these Arabs from the United Arab Emirates and Saudi and stuff coming here, supporting our movement, the Free Iran movement, and the pro-Israel. And then you have people like Rich. They just destroy every single form of unity. It's really annoying.
They don't destroy it, but it's up to you how you respond to it. Remember, you don't control what they say.
Why did you?
You're Mexican.
Of course I'm Mexican, but all Rich does is he's a heretic.
Do you
He
know
likes
what
to shit.
Mexicans Olympic team is so?
We'll say what again?
Can I
Do you
bring
know what Mexicans
I didn't hear you. I'm
Olympic
sorry.
team is so
I don't
great?
speak English.
Do you know what Mexicans?
I don't
Olympic
speak your English.
Fucking retard.
Yes, Mexicans, we're fucking retards, but you keep coming to my country. You want our gold, you want our chocolate, you want our weed, you want our cocaine.
gonna bring me
You
back
still
up
have a
anyway.
bad problem.
Jason, what were you saying? Can you
Because
finish?
close my puppy.
Mm-hmm.
So,
You want a puppy? I'm not gay, bro. That
I
sounds
say
like
you were my
you need to
puppy.
find somewhere.
I said Mossad lower my puppies.
Rich, shut up for a second. Jason, you were saying something.
Rafi is my
You
step.
were saying about reaction.
You never control what other people say, but you control your responses to what people say, what you respond to, right? So you can be like, hey, Rich, you can fuck off
Rafi,
tonight.
move Jason now.
And you think that he's gonna give a shit? No. You think he's gonna keep talking his shit? See, I like Rich for two reasons. One, he claims to be an autistic, but his pattern recognition doesn't talk like an autistic. He's more like ADHD retarded. So he knows lots of little things
I have
about lots of
ADHD
little
and
places,
high functioning
but he has
autism.
no reference of profession.
I have Asperger's.
His parents are
and
probably lawyers,
ADHD.
and they probably
I
catered to
have
him too
ODD,
much.
which
And so now he
oppositional
goes and
defiant
claims that he's
disorder.
a Texan,
I also
and
have
then it's like he's
dyslexia.
got a bad handwriting in his mouth all the time. So yeah.
So I have autism. I have autism spectrum disorder, specifically high functioning Asperger's, which is no longer in the DSM-5. I have ADHD.
Right, so you
I have
learn-
ODD.
you learn
I have
the brochure,
ODD,
right?
which is oppositional defiant disorder.
Just like you
And I'm
told
also
me last night that your kid is diagnosed with Asperger's, the only way you get that diagnosis is if you get it from an international doctor.
I said
That's what you said last night, so
No.
shut your lying trap. I don't care.
Why don't you keep his kids
Because
out
I
of your
love like
mouth?
Why don't you keep my kids out of your mouth? Yeah, thank you.
That's right. What are you gonna do about it, Rich? You're in Texas.
Oh,
You're not gonna
let
do
me,
shit.
hold on, Robbie, Robbie, so I'm on headphones, right?
Hey, Rich likes to stir it
Shut
up.
your
It's
mouth,
okay,
Jay.
it's okay, Robbie.
Mute
Rich
this
likes
back.
to stir up shit, and he can't take it. Because he likes to light
Mute him.
people up
Mute him,
just for
Robbie.
the fuck of
Mute him.
lighting them up.
Yeah, but he's not lighting up anybody's children in conversation. bro.
Exactly.
Oh, but
Alright.
he did last night, though. See, then I
No,
don't
I
like that.
said my son has Asperger's, just high functioning autism, which I still use the
Right,
terminology.
forget the rest of the part.
I still use the terminology, even though they only diagnose for autism spectrum disorder,
believe you.
because I do not like the ideal. I do not like the ideal that they categorize high functioning people today with low functioning people.
The problem
Kids
with
that sit
autism is they
and
umbrella
rock back
everything.
and forwards that are nonverbal,
Right.
that have to have caretakers so the rest of their life till they're 90, till they die. I don't like being in the same freaking group with a person
So
that rocks
why
back
did
and
you-
forwards and goes,
why did you mention it, Rick?
when somebody
I mean,
slams
hey,
forward.
I know I have autism. It's not something I can change.
All right, let's
my
ask.
kid's
Hold on,
autistic.
hold on,
That's
Jason.
something I can change.
Hold
You
on,
brought that into
Jason.
yourself, Rich.
Hold on.
Because I like
Because I said that my son has Asperger's, high functioning,
That's why I like Rich.
because
He
I
tunes up
don't
too
want
many
to
people.
associate my son, who has
Right.
full entire
You brought it
cognition,
down to yourself.
with a kid who rocks back and
That- you brought
forwards
that
and
all on
grunts
yourself,
like
buddy.
grunts like a fucking chimpanzee or a bonobo.
You can be my
Oh,
monkey
you
if
have
you want.
beautiful,
I'll get you a
beautiful
leash.
children, Rich. You got
I
beautiful
do.
children that are gonna take over the world.
All right, I'm gonna walk in the other room. Hold on just a second.
Yeah, you go right ahead and do that.
All right, Ellie, I have a question. Hold on, Ellie. Does Richie have autism?
Yes.
Does Daddy have autism?
Yes.
Does Grandpa have
Doesn't
autism?
really help it.
Yes.
There you go. So Grandpa
Wow.
has autism.
So now you coach your
Richie
kid
has
doing this.
autism, and I have autism. right. Are we annoying autistic people?
Yes.
No.
She said yes.
Ellie.
She said yes.
Ellie.
Yeah.
Does your mommy have autism?
No.
Does your grandma have autism?
No.
Do you have autism?
No.
So how come only the men have autism? What's going
Because
on?
it's more prevalent than
Is your name Ellie? Is your name Ellie? Ellie, how come only the boys have autism? What's going on? God bless you, Ellie.
God bless you.
Right. Is it that Robbie did block?
Thank you. God bless you too.
That's
God
so
bless
sweet.
everybody.
Oh, that was just the
Just slap
best.
Daddy in the face for me, thank you.
Yeah,
I agree. I
Stick
second
your
that.
daddy in the nuts for me, please.
She said,
No, don't listen to him.
you want to
He's
slap?
not giving you
No.
daddy in the nuts.
That's a
Feel
giant.
That's on the naughty list. Don't listen to
You love
him.
daddy.
Yes, I love Daddy.
As
Thank
you
you.
should. As you, he's a good dad.
Yeah.
Which do you like better, making number one or number two?
He said he like peeing or pooping better. That's weird for like a 60-year-old autistic homosexual man to ask you, right?
I'm not autistic.
Oh, okay. Well, he is homosexual. But I guess he gets a pass. I guess he gets a pass to ask that to a young little girl.
Yeah, that's out. That's low key out. You can't do that. That's not cool.
I just kidding, so he gets a
You
pass.
brought her into the room, okay?
But Rabbi, I'm on headphones.
Sir.
I'm on headphones. She can't hear me, firstly, or she can't hear you. But yeah, just remember what I said, Rabbi. Not all pedophiles are homosexuals, but all homosexuals are pedophiles.
Well, you know, like I said, bro, they do that.
Every gay person is a pedophile.
They fuck with any of the kids. We gonna make a bit of a
Actually,
story, bro.
I like Rich. It's cool.
Yeah, it's just amazing. Harry finally came back and stopped being a traitorous little whiny bitch. Oh my god.
Well, you seem, Rich, you seem like you raised a beautiful daughter.
Oh yeah, all three of my kids are amazing. Like when I was sitting there yesterday in the drive-through at the gas station, I usually get like a half water, half lemonade for the drive-through gas station, and I could hear the kids in front, and they were screaming, and the mom was screaming at them, and I'm thinking to myself when they pulled away, I'm like, who the hell raises kids like that? Like my daughter's sitting here right now, just like drawing in her book and coloring. You know, my other two kids when they're in the car, they may be loud and rambunctious, but they're never like just unruly. And when we go places, we sit down, and they sit down like little soldiers, and they just sit there and be quiet the whole time, as they're supposed to do.
That's awesome. That's great parenting.
Oh yeah, dude, they're awesome. I describe my parenting as the same way I would train like a law enforcement or military Belgian Malinois.
That's
So
silly.
I used to use like treats and stuff like that. I would throw something across the room, and I'd be like, "Hey, go get that. Bring it back to Daddy." Yeah, good job. Then I rub them on head, and then I would like do treats. And I'd be like, "Hey, do you want Cheerios?" And then I would like teach them to do stuff and give them little treats. And eventually, you just remove the treat, and then you just tell them to do it. They do it. But yeah, my kids are like extremely well behaved. Both my wife and I.
They sound like angels, bro. Cause
Oh, they are. They're amazing.
I was a demon child, so.
Oh yeah, so was I. My oldest son, the one that has autism, he can be pretty unruly at times. He gets overstimulated.
Some of our most brilliant minds in medicine and science were autistic, dude. I know you know that.
Yep.
For sure.
Yeah, I just hate that they removed. So they removed the Asperger from DSM-5 because I think I said this the other day, but Asperger worked in Austria. He was researched as a spectrum disorder. They actually coined it after high functioning autism because he was high functioning. But because he worked during World War II and he was in Austria, he, by association, worked for the Nazi Party, for the Third Reich. And since he worked for the Nazis, these third-wave feminist liberals found out that he worked for the Nazis because he was being paid by them, but he was just a researcher. He was receiving funding as a researcher to continue his research, and they used that against him. Also, they used the idea that Asperger's denotes high functioning, meaning to function, the ability to function within society without caretakers. So if you ever see like an autistic kid and he's 40 years old and his mom's 60 years old, and she's taking him out to lunch and she's telling him to like pick up his napkin and like, instructing him to do stuff, and she's living with him or he's living with her, for the rest of their life until eventually he gets old enough and he has to go into an assisted living home when the mom or dad dies. And that's low functioning. You know, they can't like have a job and a wife and a kids and drive a car and join the military, you know, all that kind of stuff. But it just pisses me off they removed it from the DSM-5. So everybody has to be in the same camp with a bunch of kids that are rocking back and forwards.
Oh, so they're not differentiating
No.
the level of
It's all
functionality.
well, they do, but they put it all under one umbrella called autism spectrum disorder, which was still under that. But people that were high functioning and could function on their own and have like a wife and kids and you know live a regular life and shit didn't have to have like you know nurses and aides wiping their butt every day and feed them. They were called high functioning Asperger's when they removed it.
They moved it in 1994.
Yeah, it's bull crap.
What do they call them now?
Autism spectrum disorder.
No, they also like to confuse you autism with a high level of AD or ADD.
Yeah.
Some have ADHD, but it's mostly ADD, and it's not even a disorder. It's just a processor that they function well at. They work on patterns. They highly articulate every single thing. They hear everything you say. They can be excellent in mathematics, mechanical. They can be surgeons. They can be lawyers. They can do a lot more things. Most of them design your video games that you play or apps. They know how to read code faster than the average
Yeah, you're
person.
right about that. That's a very good point, Jason. That's a very good point. You're right about that. You're right about that 100%.
And it's harder to diagnose children until they reach the age of 9 because the test is about 3 to 6 months of testing. They'll diagnose you autistic, but they won't diagnose you with the specific function of your autism and the level of it is. And then you have to ask for a specific specialist so that you can find out where your kid places so that when you get an IEP or you get into the school program, they can't place them most of the time. They don't have enough special education teachers who are trained in this. So what happens is most parents homeschool their kids up until the 5th or 6th grade, and then they can start blending in.
Yeah, I got lucky. My kids are my oldest son's in EEF, early education fundamentals. So he's speech pathologist, behavioralist. They have like nurses, aides, all that kind of stuff. And
What
cameras.
school district? Are you going private or are you going to? Are they going public? Okay, well, you're in Texas, right?
Yeah.
Oh, you're in Austin, was it, or Dallas?
No, Lubbock. I'm in Lubbock.
Lubbock. Oh, okay, so
Yeah,
school districts are pretty
so my son.
up there.
Okay, so my son was 20 months old. He's a little over a year and a half. He only knew 3 words: Mama, Dada, Baba, mini bottle. And I bought ABC flashcards. We had already previously bought like 9 of these laminated board things that go on the wall, and they were in the middle of the living room. My wife would sit there and teach my daughter like ABCs, 1 through 100, 23, 2 and 3 dimensional shapes, all the colors, all the days of the week, the months, everything like that. All the different weather patterns and stuff like that. You know, like sunny, cloudy, shade, all this stuff, rainy, and so she had been already teaching her for a couple weeks, and my son would sit over in the corner and play with his toys, and he was kind of nonverbal. Like he only, like I said, 3 words, and most of the time grunt, or he would like super whisper where you couldn't make out what he was saying. And so then I finally bought some ABC flashcards. He was 20 months old. I brought him in the other room. I laid him down on the bed, and I was like, "Look, this is an A, and this is a B," and he started screaming and crap melting down. And I just got frustrated, and I set the cards down. My daughter picks them up, throws them assured all over the room. My son goes there and picks up the first one, and all he wanted was the cards. And I'm like, no, it's not playtime. We're going to learn this, you know? So he picks up the first card, and he goes, A, apple, B, baby, C, cat, D, dog. Just rattles all of them off.
So the whole time while you were practicing with your daughter, he was learning.
Uh-huh. So we go into the other room. He rattled off all the ABCs and all the characters. Then he gets 1 through 19. He rattles them off. And I said, Richie, this is 20. Then he rattles 21 through 29. Then I said, this is 30. Then he did 31 through 39. Then all the way through the 1 through 100. I brought him over to the 23, 2 and 3 dimensional shapes. He rattled them all off. Octagon, nonagon, hexagon, semicircle, sphere, Rubik's, all this stuff. And I'm like, what the hell? And I'm like, I first asked my wife, I was like, when did you teach me ABCs? And she's like, I swear to you, I didn't teach him ABCs. I knew you wanted to teach them. And I was like, then how's he know ABCs? Like, none of us. I mean, my dad and I have autism spectrum disorder. My dad has 134 IQ. My brother has 160. I have 141. You know, my aunt is 136, cousin's 138, my grandfather was 139. There's 6 members of Mensa in my family. Nobody knew all this shit at 20 months old. And so I sit down and I was like, how the hell does he know this? And we'd always thought there was a little something off about him. Like, he was the only 3 of my kids that when he first came out, like literally newborn, they set him in the bassinet thing, swaddled, and my other kids would just kind of like stare off into nothing. And he would sit there, a nurse would walk into the doctor, and he would look at him, and he would track them all the way across the room. And you'd watch his eyes, and I'm like, what the fuck? And then we were sitting there at the park, and he was probably like a year and a half, and he was leaning against like a post with his hand, and he was watching the people playing disc golf, and he was like tracking them with his eyes, which I thought was a little odd, because the other two, my other kid was just running around chasing butterflies and shit, you know, and having fun. And so then I finally did all the stuff, then we get him tested, and he was 2.5, and they said, well, we can't test him until he's 3, but yes, he is. Then once he turned 3, they like gave him a diagnosis and stuff, and they said he has extremely high functioning, almost borderlining on neurotypical, and but they still classified him as autistic. And but at this time he still barely ever spoke. Very aggressive, very frustrated, gets upset when he doesn't get his way because he wants to do it himself. And then also when it comes to school, when they place him in school at 3 years old through the EEF program, they put him in there, and they would sit down and they'd say, Richie, this is 1 + 1 = 2. And then they also think that he has, which is what my dad and my oldest brother have, is an eidetic memory, which is like beyond a photographic memory. Like they never.
I know about it.
My daughter sitting here at 8 years old can remember shit when she was like 3 years old vividly. Like everything. Like I'm like, hey, do you remember? Or I'm like, I won't even say remember. I'm like, did you know that we did this such and such? And she'll just start rattling off the rest of the stuff that we did that day.
I'm like that too.
So,
yeah, I'm like that too.
Like ended up.
What? No, I'm just saying, we were having actually a family dinner about like 2 weeks ago. We're sitting for Shabbat dinner, and then for some reason we got into a conversation from like back home when I was like fucking 3 years old, 4 years old.
Yeah.
And I'm 37 today, and they were talking about how
4 or 5. Like a lot.
so I'm saying, yeah, so they're like, they were talking about like the apartment we had and stuff. I'm like, oh, I remember it was our great grandmother lived in that room that goes into the balcony. They're like, how the fuck do you remember this guy? I remember her bed was to the right. I remember my daycare was to the left. My dad's business was to the right. I would always stare out of the fence looking at their business. So they pulled me out of daycare. They were all surprised that I remembered all these details from like such a young age.
So when I lived down in northern Kentucky, we used to live right next to a gas station. It was a little convenience store. It was the only convenience store in our town. And I remember walking with my brother and I'm probably like 6, 5, about 5. And my brother was probably like 3.5, 4. And we would walk next door and we'd go over and get, because it was a little small town, like 380 people, you know, kind of in the middle of nowhere. But we walked to this little convenience store and we'd go get the Coca-Colas and we would slip them out of the thing and we would hold them at angles because at the time, if you removed the cap, it would say you get a free soda. And you could redeem it right there with the cashier. So you give him the cap and he gets reimbursed by sending it into Coca-Cola. So we would sit there and we would tilt the Cokes a little bit at an angle, and we would look up there and we would just look for the letter F, and we knew that that meant free, 16-ounce Coke or 20-ounce Coke, whatever. So we would figure it out, and we would buy one soda, bring it up there, take the cap off, and go, oh, we won. And the guy was like, okay. So we go get a second one, and we would do the same thing, and we were like, oh, we won. And we would get like 6 sodas. And then finally, after like a couple days or a week, the guy that owns the place is like, hey man, he's like, I have to send these in and they have to reimburse me. He's like, can you guys just do like 2 or 3 a day? And I was like, okay. But I still remember that. We were like 5 or 6. And, yeah, with my son, I ended up, I was sitting there and I was driving down the road and I bought him a Happy Meal. And he has this little cup and I taught him how to open up the 6-piece Happy Meal, and you slip the straw up between the top and the bottom lid. I don't know if anybody knows that, but it actually, you could set the chicken nuggets up on top, then you put your barbecue sauce on the other side, and it becomes like a one-handed chicken nugget soda holder, and with a little McDonald's box. But I was doing that, and then he took the chicken nuggets off, and he was reading the top lid, and he said, "Daddy, look," he says, "Time to sip away," and that's what it says near where the straw tree is. And I said, how did you do that? And he said, I don't know. I read it. So I went to the teacher the next day, and I was like, I got a question. I was like, when did you guys start teaching them to read? And she's like, oh, we haven't got to that. That's till like next year. And I'm like, how's he know to read? I'm like, have you done sight words? And she's like, yeah, he's probably learned like 20 sight words. And I'm like, how the hell does he know how to read? And she's like, my son did the same thing. He just put all the letters together and take the sounds and puts them together and does it so fastly, does it so quick that he just reads out the words. So it says Rabbi on your name, he would be like, B, you know, like that. But he would just use it fluidly. That he looks at it and says, oh, that says Rabbi, and that says Rafi, and that says Masa, and I'd be like, what the fuck? And he's like, that's glow. And I'm like, how do you know how to read, dude? You're 5. Like, he just taught himself to read, I guess.
That's awesome, bro.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's the part of being a man I haven't fulfilled yet, is to have kids, man. So that's a blessing, bro.
I just want him to hurry up and start building like electric cars and spaceships and rockets and shit, so he can buy me a bunch of cool shit.
You think you have a young son?
Retire early.
No, I hope like an Elon Musk. That's what I'm betting for.
You going for an Elon Musk?
Fucking crazy smart.
Yeah, if he's an Elon Musk, you know you're buying me a house, right? You're forcing me to buy me a house.
Dude, I can't wait. I just hope I live long enough.
You will, bro. Why the fuck you say that?
I want a Bugatti Chiron Super Sport. I mean, because anybody get dropped dead in a. I'm 41, but any of us could have a scheme of heart attack right now. You could be the next Lindsey Graham where aorta just rips open.
Oh fuck.
Unless you're going to become like a uppity homosexual like Matthew and take very good care of yourself, including your hair and like stuff like that, your skin.
And another homosexual activity.
Well, Matthew gets protein injections, so I think that's like good for skin.
No, I do look younger than my age, that's for sure.
I'm not seeing
I
it.
used to hate it. I used to hate it when I was young, and especially in Japan, you get no respect the younger you are, right?
What semen injections?
Nah, it's better.
Yeah, that's the
but I'm
protein
grateful I
injection.
love you. I remember, man, talking about smart kids. There's an amazing documentary, and I was always, these people really fascinate me. There was this girl living in like a fucking trailer park, and her dad was like raping her and fucking, just a horrific, like it was like a murder story. I think her and her sister ended up killing an old man or something like that. But she had lived. While she was like being molested by her dad, she was like flying through school. She had like a 145 IQ in like 9th grade or something like that. I'll see if I can find it somewhere. But those people really, it's one thing to be a brilliant person in a regular family, but to do it when you're under a tremendous amount of stress or in like a war zone, those sorts of things, those people just blow me away that they can actually.
Yeah. That's just
actually concentrate,
I'm
like
walking
you
my
can't
dog.
concentrate when your life is so stressful.
Yeah, I'm walking my dog with these kids on these scooters and e-bikes.
Oh, they're crazy.
Yo, they're going like fucking 50, 60 clicks in like 30 zones. Like, they're going faster than cars. They're going over, like, they're passing cars.
Their brain's gonna be fucking smushed.
Bro, my brother just broke his shoulder and had to get an implant put in, a titanium implant put in from one of those fucking scooters. And he still can't, and he's out of the hospital for like 2 weeks now, and he still can't put his arm all the way up. It's gonna take time. Rehab and everything. Those things are death traps, bro.
So my brother bought both kids, one that's a 15-year-old and the other a 13-year-old. He bought them these scooters. I rode them like, there's something called the death wobble, first of all, because when I maxed it out, it's
yeah. Speed wobble. I think it's called a speed wobble. When you hit a certain frequency, it's like a vibrational thing.
Correct. So I took it to the maximum because again I thought I'm a little bit older, so again I risked it, no helmet, no nothing. This shit started to vibrate. Like I thought I'm gonna fucking go out.
Shit can happen on skateboards. Yeah, if you hold on to the back of a car and you're on a skateboard, all of a sudden it starts wobbling and it goes back and forth, left and right, so fast, and you're fucked. That's it. That's how my buddy broke his collarbone.
So, what's it called? The fucked up part is, I experienced a death wobble. The kid started laughing at me that I maxed it out. That this happens. I'm like, that's a normal fucking thing. They're like, yeah, it's a normal thing. I'm like to my brother, I'm like, you guys got him like a fucking death trap. And I was like, what do you want me to do? They wanted it.
And the batteries sometimes on hot days they'll blow up on those things.
No,
Cheap ones.
he got
That's very true.
he got them like the crazy ones. But yeah, no, fucking scary fast. I'm watching these kids fly by right now. Like they overtook a car in a fucking like the suburbs. Okay, everybody's like going 30 kilometers, 40 kilometers. These kids are overtaking cars,
Jesus Christ.
and they're like 12 years old, like fucking 15 years old, like young kids.
Yeah, those things are death traps. I'll never get one of those. If I want the wind in my face, that's why I got a convertible, bro. That's it. I won't even do motorcycles. I'm scared of that shit too.
I'm selling my convertible. Done.
What do you got?
I got a Stingray.
Oh,
But I
nice.
have a 74 Stingray.
Ooh.
I'm selling it right now. T-top 4-speed. And but I want to buy. You know what I want to buy? I'm switching it for. I'm buying myself the slingshot, but I'm souping it up.
Oh, wow.
I'm getting the
Oh,
slingshot.
wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I'm just talking about wow.
Yeah.
That's
So
cool.
yes, I decided like this is. I don't know why I got myself that car. It's cute. But I want to sit on it for another fucking 15, 20 years. Then if I'm gonna sit on it, it's just gonna produce more problems. It's gonna cost me a lot more money to fix. I said let somebody at least enjoy it who's gonna buy it. Let them fucking drive it because I have it in a good condition. Mine's not in bad condition actually, surprisingly. And I said, you know what? I'm buying myself a slingshot, and I'm gonna enjoy the slingshot. This is more of a me slingshot. Like it matches my body structure.
That's cool.
Yeah. So I decided to soup one up, get one and soup it up. Like put a screen inside of it, it's gonna look cool.
Oh no, that'd be real nice. And you guys can get some good work done in Canada, man. You guys got some good labor up there, man.
Oh, my buddies, first of all, my buddies are either
What do you mean, Mexicans?
No, I have.
Well, just in general, they're like they. I mean, we got great Mexicans. Don't get me wrong, but just in mass, like a lot of like car audio stuff, like we get done out there and customization. They do a fairly good job, and they know.
Oh yeah, it's because they're frozen in their houses for 7 months out of the year and have nothing to do. So
No.
do stuff in the garage.
No. My buddies are all either mechanics, tow truckers, body shops.
Yeah, the Canadians
Yeah,
are
so they're
very
stuck
good.
in their house. Yeah.
Well, stuck in their house.
They're stuck in the garage working on the car in the winter, and they're like, "Hey, we can like do a lot of work in the
No,
winter."
my buddy has the fastest M5 in the world.
Oh wow.
F90, the fastest F90 in the world. Well, it's actually between him and this guy in Moscow. He loses his thing every about 3 to 4 months. He loses it, then he starts rebuilding the engine, then the guy in Moscow loses, and then like they go back and forth. So it's like a competition on the F90s. He's right now doing so he has also a BMW 3 Series. He bought like a regular one, and he made it like stupid insane, like faster than almost any M3 souped up that you would find on the track. His regular like 328 that he bought rear wheel drive, he made it like stupid insane. Like this guy's a crazy mechanic.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Good. I had a friend from Vancouver. He got a lot of his custom lowrider work done by a whole bunch of Indians that actually did a damn good job.
So I wouldn't trust.
Believe me, I know. I thought the same shit. But when he brought the car down here for a car show, and he told me like and he showed me the videos and everything, they did a damn good job. They must have brought some Mexicans up years ago to teach him or something, but they were fucking great. They did a good job.
So the guy, the mechanic, like he has autism on cars, and I have to say it. He literally strips down an engine to the last fucking bolt. Like he has these like Rubber-made like boxes that you have like to put toys away and stuff. So when he takes apart an engine, he puts parts into like these boxes. So he will once he puts
Yeah,
back.
gas
together, he does-
compartmentalizes every little screw in
Yeah, so yeah.
land.
There's not one. Once he's done, there's never one screw left that wasn't put back into its original place.
Yeah.
Not one fucking screw, and he does it all by himself.
Yeah, so he learns the internal, so he can save time on repairs. You know, the way he's doing it, man. Like you said, he's a fucking genius to be doing shit like that.
See, Raphael, I have that engineering mind, and my dad has always accused me of never being happy. And I always assumed he was right. I was like, maybe I'm just fucking ungrateful. Like, I can't just take a stock car, put some exhaust and turbo on it, and then, like, in my mind, I look at everything, and I'm like, dude, we could make like an extractor heat fan that goes and sucks all the heat, radiant heat out of the engine bay when it's hot, and we could, use heat blankets to wrap over the turbos, and then wrap the entire, or ceramic coat the manifold and the entire exhaust, and then coat it and wrap it all to like keep down the radiant heat, and then use a push-pull fan for the radiator, and use a larger diameter. And then
Everything you want to do now it counters the weight. When you do weight reduction, now you're adding things that's gonna add weight. So
No, I know that, but I'm not talking about. I'm not talking about a horsepower car. I'm not talking about a horsepower car. I'm talking about like on my Expedition. Because so like my Expedition, the 8-passenger, you realistically with the 3.5 liters, you can get about 6.5, 700 horse before you got to do like internals, and you can safely drive it at 650. And on E50 fuel and stuff. But the problem is when you open up the hood when it's been running for a while, everything's heat soaked, and you open up the hood and it just rolls out like over 200-degree temperature, and it just blasts you in the face. And the way to do that is to extract all the heat out of the engine bay and to keep everything super cooled. You know, like a push-pull fan with a larger diameter radiator, and then also one of the other things you could do, an electronic or an electric AC system that runs into the intercooler system, which is what they do on the Dodge Charger Demons. So like the Dodge Charger Demons, when you're driving down the racetrack and you do like 2 or 3 laps and you're starting to
but that's designed for superchargers, not for fucking turbos.
Yeah, but it just goes into the intercooler. It goes into the intercooler.
But turbo doesn't care. Turbo just needs air. Doesn't matter hot air or cold air. It's the combustion. So
I get that. But that's why you have an intercooler still on it though, because you're cooling the air that's going back into the engine. So the engine that's coming back into the intake, the engine that's going into the intake manifold, that's what runs down through the intercooler. So if you have the AC blowing through there, it can lower it by up to 45 degrees. So the intercooler itself can typically lower between 40 and 60 degrees. Typical average.
And then doesn't that also help cool the transmission fluid and everything else with the transmission?
You know, you have a transmission cooler, so you have a transmission.
you have a separate.
Yeah, it's separate.
Hey, you guys
But
ever
then
deal with those Japanese? What are those fucking Japanese cars that have like the ceramic turbo fan? You know what I'm talking about? So the turbo comes on like immediately. You don't have to wait for it to kick in. Like
a hybrid system, or it's like a smaller.
So in like the 90s, early. You know what I'm talking about, Rafi?
So I don't know about the 90s. So you're talking about I forgot what it's called. But let's say I had a Mercedes prior to it that was bi-turbo.
Yeah, no, these were like in the early 2000s or 90s where like, you know,
Yes, it had a different
kind of ceramic.
It had a throttle response. So when I would hit, let's say on my Mercedes gas, because it wasn't an AMG, AMGs were built different. But if I hit gas, it would be like a 1, 2, and then I would feel on like on 2, the car pulls. But that 1, the car just stands. Like BMW, as soon as you tap the gas, the car like jerks. It's ready to go. It has like instant throttle response. Mercedes has like a little stupid delayed throttle response. I noticed the AMGs are good, especially if you're doing launch control on it. But ones that you're talking about, the ceramic, it had to have been like on Accords, I think. Not on Accords, I mean on Preludes. Talking about those ones, the VTECs?
Maybe I just googled it. So it said it's a ceramic turbocharger, factory installed ceramic turbochargers. The problem is that the fucking things, like if they exploded, there's no way like to replace it without basically taking the entire engine.
You can rebuild. Basically, that's what you're
No.
saying. The other ones are rebuildable. This one's not.
Yeah, so these were like, I don't know. So in some versions, yeah, they had them in the Skyline, the Supra, and the RX-7s. They all utilize the ceramic. Yeah, the hybrid ceramic turbo line, twin turbo setup. Yeah, near instant boosts.
Mazda fucked up many times on their engines, especially on their rotary engines.
Yeah, they were experimenting a lot. They sounded really fucking good.
Yeah, they were shit.
Yeah, you had to tune them up really carefully. But the Supras, those are beasts. Real fucking, you can't really destroy us. Anyways, okay. I don't know why it just came popped in my head. I was listening to a podcast about it, so sometime never mind.
You guys want to make a triggering topic?
I think Rafi needs to get himself a fucking Toyota Century, lower that shit, get a driver with like white gloves.
I love the Toyota
A
SUV.
Century or a Crown Century?
No, a Toyota Century.
I like the Crown Centuries. Like the ones they use taxis in Japan.
I know, yeah, those are good, yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know.
the guy in Shinjuku, I came over and I tried to open up the door, and he's like, no. And I was like, what? And he clicked the button and it flipped open. I was like, oh, that was cool. And then I climbed in the car and I was like, I reached over to close the door, and he's like, no. And I was like, oh, okay. I was like, yeah. Then he hit the button, closed shut. And I was showing him in like Japanese.
Don't get your dirty gaijin fingers on my car.
And, dude, this guy was the nicest fucking dude on earth. We're in Shinjuku, and I'm trying to find the Shinjuku capsule hotel. And we're going from Shinjuku Station there. And I was like, hey, do you know where this is? And he spoke zero English. And like just yes, no, or something, or thank you. You know, and it's like 30 words maybe. But I was showing him the address, and even he didn't know where it was. And we stopped at florists, we stopped at like different shops, gas or grocery or convenience stores. It's about out. And dude, he was just going around trying so hard to find this place, and then finally just gave up. And then I ran into the fucking Senegalese and Nigerians, and that was fun. Yeah, oh my god. I wanted to like drag them out of the fucking country and deport them all with their 6'10" boots and 6'8".
They're so harmless, though. They know that Japan is so strict that if they ever fuck up, they get kicked out. So it's so like they're so hard. Like they just try to get you to go in their stupid ass unpopular clubs.
No, I know that, but he wouldn't leave me alone. And I'm 6'4". I'm a big guy. This guy's like 6'7", 6'8".
Is this Rich?
Big Rich. Yeah, and so the big Nigerian guy or whatever, Senegalese or whatever, standing there and just fucking midnight black, and he's like just arguing with me about going to his like strip club or bar or whatever. And I was like, no. I'm like, dude, I have a fiance. I'm fine. I have my own Asian chick. I'm good. And he's like, no. I tell you, I know where your hotel. And then I was like, dude, I'm sorry. And then he yells for his buddies, and there's like 4 of them, and they're all like 6'7" and 6'8", and they're all just surrounding me, and they're just like trying to pressure me and shit. And finally, I had to look at him, and I was like, listen, I'm not going to the fucking club, dude. I'm trying to find my shit. I just flew from fucking Los Angeles. I want to go home.
Yeah, they'll leave.
So I had to go off on them and shit. They wouldn't stop.
You just ignore them. That's all. They're completely harmless. Like they're just, I don't know. They do that shit because the boss is like looking out the window to see if that they're actually trying to do their job. That's why they do that. Because there's like a small little Japanese guy looking out the fucking window, being like, "Oh, they better fucking work," you know. I just ignore him. Just walk by. He's talking about Shinjuku, guys. Like just one area of the city where it's all nightclubs and stuff. It's rest of the city. Ritual vouch for it is so super, and these guys are actually very harmless too, but they do look kind of out of place in Japan.
Yeah, I want to go to Japan. I've never been. I'll go in the next 4 years.
Yeah, if you want to go someplace where people are like actually civilized and like act like fucking decent, go there.
Oh, of course. Japanese people are always like that. They're very, very, very well. I mean, they're the best tourists wherever you go. You know what I mean? How they travel. You know, they don't leave messes behind.
They leave it cleaner than when they came in.
Cleaner than when they came in.
Yeah.
It's always in there. And then the cuisine, you know, like the food. Oh my God! And then when they cook other cuisine, like when they try to, when a Japanese opens up an Italian restaurant or a French style bakery, like when the Japanese get their hands into other recipes, they improve them. So
You know what it has to do? You know what it does? It has to do with the shape of Tokyo. This is a crazy thing, Ravi. So what it is like most Japanese neighborhoods, they're like mixed build. So you live and you can live and work in the same, like basically same building. And everything's like, it's like cockpit living. I don't know if you've ever seen like this day in the life of a young Japanese man in Tokyo or whatever. And he'll go in his tiny little ass apartment and like, if he stretches out, his foot's on one end wall, the other foot's at the other end of the wall, right? So, and then basically these fuckers work like 12 hours a day. So their entire life is like, no, but then, so instead of running away from work, they try to make it as meaningful as possible. So what we have is these mixed neighborhoods that are super high density, and then a lot of people living and working kind of sometimes close as, I mean, I'm talking about people that aren't salarymen. I'm talking about chefs. I'm talking about like artisans. I'm talking about people that like do stuff with their hands. So they'll typically very often like work right above where they'll live right above where they work. And everything's like within like a foot's reach, right? So you go downstairs to the apartment, you turn left, and there you can like go to the convenience store. And if you've seen videos about that, pick up whatever you want at the convenience store. You turn right, and it's like everything's very super close. So none of these guys, like it's a fucked up different kind of way of living. And then the other thing is like, because everybody there is all kind of the same culture, and it's very hierarchical. When they get into a job, they do so many years of training, and they start you off soft, and they like bring you into the culture of that particular place. So everything's just designed in a way where people are just so highly hyper focused on work. Hey, JB.
What's up, bro? Can I just interject for 2 seconds? I don't know how long I can stay. I'm sorry. How you doing,
What's
bro?
on, JB?
Yo,
Hey,
Bobby,
yo, I'm here. What's up, homies?
yo, let me tell you something. I give you a lot of shit about some of the moves you make. I'm gonna send you some flowers right now. This dude on your stage, Robbie, is fucking aces. You should mod him every single time he comes in your space. This is
Thank you, JB.
this is
I
my
love you,
brother
bro.
right
You
here.
already know.
Whatever
You
he
already know.
fucking needs, I got him.
Nah, man, I love you, JB. I got your front and back page, bro. You already know. I'm not somebody's jaw for you, bro. You could do, bro. For real.
Yeah, there's a long line, brother. Sorry to interject, Poodle.
Nah, anytime, JB. Anytime. You know
How you
that.
been, JB?
No, not at all. Not at all.
I'm doing great, thank you. You?
All right, thank you for the explanation on the culture in Tokyo, though, Mr. Matthew. I appreciate that. I've been good, man. I know you were saying not too long ago you were going to Texas to see one of your kids or something like that, JB.
Yeah, I'm moving.
How was that?
I'm moving, bro. I'm moving down. I'm leaving Friday.
Oh, wow. What part of Texas are you going to move to?
It's called the Woodlands. It's Northwest Houston.
Oh, wow. That's nice, man. That's awesome. Congratulations.
You can come anytime you like, man. You're welcome. Mi casa, su casa.
No. My good friend, he has a logistics business, and he's been begging my ass to come out there. So I'll probably come out there soon, man. I'll let you know, man. He's got me a place to stay and everything. I'll come by, we'll go out to dinner or something, man. But I'll be in Houston this year for sure.
Yo, ask your friend.
Plan.
I want to take you to a place called Perry's Steakhouse. Ask your friend about Perry's. Yeah, we'll have a good time,
Okay.
Bobby, man. You're one of the few people on this app I've actually always wanted to meet.
No, man. Likewise, bro. Likewise. You're always somebody with an open mind. Like when it came to debate on here, when a lot of people just didn't like who I was, or just didn't want me to say anything in their rooms, and you fought that censorship or the idiocy of a lot of people, man. So yeah, man. And,
You already know, real recognizes real, bro.
No, for sure. And I know you didn't ate shit. You know what I mean? In rough accommodations as it came to cuisine like I have. You know what I mean? I'll just keep it at that. And when you've eaten shit in life, you appreciate the steak. You know what I mean? And that's what I like about you, bro. Like, you're a good dude, bro. No, it's always been that way with me. It's always been feelings mutual for sure.
Appreciate you, bro. And I appreciate Masha. Yo, Rafi's like my brother. How you doing, hon? Rafi's like my brother from another mother.
Yeah, Rafi's the one. Rafi's the one that treats me the best, man. I mean, Rafi's the one who rolls out the red carpet for me in this room and stuff. Man. Like, he's a gentleman.
Yeah, Rafi. I know Rafi a few years, bro. Good people, man. You know, he keeps.
Yeah, Rafi's such a smart man. Such a good guy.
I think so.
He's the
I think
best,
so.
man.
I think so.
Yeah,
Man, you want to
yeah.
get a job?
That girl's so beautiful. Oh, you got the best eyes. You're such a smart lady. Oh, I respect you so much.
Come on.
Almost like a con man fucking rapist.
Rich.
Almost like a con man.
Oh, there he is. Yo, it's Rich. No, don't move him down. Yo, Rich. I want to call him. Hold on.
If you want, I'll bring him up.
Almost like a rapist ex-con fucking con man. Whoa.
Yeah.
Rich,
Didn't you rape two girls in a hotel in New Jersey?
No,
You and your buddy? And that the news article from the New York Post? Did you spend time in prison for pimping? Yeah, did you spend time in prison for pimping? Did you start a modeling agency in Florida?
Okay. I'm gonna put him in the audience because he's not letting you speak. I'll put him in the audience because he's gonna be just speaking over you.
Well, I appreciate it, but listen, I was gonna offer him a truce because him and I have a common enemy. But you know, he wants to keep sitting on my cock. I can't stop. She's my Martian.
Yeah, Rich, stop being a dumb Rich. Yeah, Rich, stop being a fucking dumb cunt and like just fucking over speaking people. I'm gonna bring you up, shut the fuck up, and listen. Fucking, I have to treat him like a
I
judge.
just don't know why you have to be such a bitch clout chaser, Rafi. He doesn't have any.
Okay, you're gonna.
He doesn't have any clout. He's been kicked out of every.
Rich, bro. Like, you know, like a lot of people try to come after you and stuff and all that type of thing, you know.
Yeah, but I didn't rape two girls in a hotel.
He didn't.
Yeah, and then started a modeling agency last year, even in Florida. You started a talent agency or modeling agency in Florida last year.
That doesn't matter.
Yeah, but listen,
He's making,
because you want to sex traffic more women and claim that you're modeling
that's not
agency.
sex.
Yeah, that's what he did. He's done it like his entire life. He's done it his entire life. He owns talent modeling agencies and then he sex traffics women.
he can have a model.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's your fucking MO. That's your modus operandi.
Let's
You opened a company in Florida for modeling agency last year.
Gun any of those bitches' heads?
Yeah, no, he held them against their will and raped them.
Bullshit.
Hold on. So, Rich, I got charged with contraband, okay, when I didn't have licenses to import things. Later on, once I was charged, I went into the same industry, but I only went legit, so it's perfectly normal. Because then I got my license.
Let me ask you a question.
Operate.
Were you charged with this multiple times and arrested for this multiple times?
No.
Did you have multiple different companies where the allegations were that you were a fucking sex trafficker? Who held you've been is so...
Hold on, JB, 1 second, brother, please. So I got caught, I got a warning. Then I got caught again, and I was already charged, and I got fined. And then I said, you know what, enough is enough.
Fucking pimping and sex trafficking.
Doesn't matter, I got it. It's still
You
a
just opened a fucking sex trafficking shit down in Florida, dude. What are you talking about?
How do you
The
know?
modeling agency. You've had like 5 of them in your life.
Can you provide facts?
Yes, I have all the documents about his fucking company started in Florida. Jesus Christ. Yes, he went to prison. He went to prison for sex trafficking.
You opened up
He went to prison for sex, for pimping. For pimping.
Let me just.
For pimping.
I will put up 10,000.
Oh my God. I'll pull up all your documents.
Rich, when you make out like you see Rich,
I will pull up all his documents. I have everything of his conviction. I will produce fucking news articles. You should sue the New York Post for writing that article and not retracting it.
Hold on.
Yeah, you should sue the New York Post for saying that you took 2 girls from Craigslist from Florida and brought them up and shut the fuck up, Rafi. You brought them up there and paid for it on your all's dime, you and your buddy, to bring them up to New Jersey. Then you held them in a hotel and brutally raped them, and then held them against their will and sex trafficked both of the fucking women. You sex trafficked both of the fucking women and had a bunch of Johns come in and rape them, have sex with them, and you have all the footage. He's got 7 or 8 years in prison. We talk about Rafi.
Jealous, bro.
Oh yeah, I'm so jealous of a fucking pimp rapist.
Get 7 or 8.
Yeah, I'm so jealous of a pimp rapist. Yeah.
I'm so jealous of you, Jason
You are
Bresca.
so fucking jealous.
Yes, I'm so jealous of you,
Fucking
Jason.
jealous.
Yeah.
Should be. You
I'm
should
so
be.
jealous of you growing up on the fucking floor with dirty, tattered floors, getting raped by a whole fucking Jewish man.
Bro. See, but Rich, if someone came in here, right, and called you a pedophile and called you
They couldn't
called
prove
you
it.
a kid,
I can prove that he is.
But look, bro,
I can prove he is.
that conversation.
I can prove he is. He's been in prison for it.
Listen,
He's
no,
been in
Rich,
prison for
listen.
fucking
Rich, listen.
sex trafficking.
No, I wasn't in prison.
Yes, you were.
Hold on.
You held those two girls against your will. You pled down. You pled down, you fucking dirty piece of shit.
You lied.
You pled down, you fucking retard.
No,
That's how the district attorney works, bro. Yes.
No.
The district attorney fucking tried to charge him with a bunch of shit, and then they settled it. They settled for a lesser charge. They knew they could convict a fucking rapist, sex trafficker.
They settled
Go
because
fuck yourself, Jason Bresca.
You gotta understand, Rich. They couldn't prove that going
Yeah, I can prove it. Yeah, Robbie, okay.
No, bro. They couldn't.
Yeah. This is his MO, bro.
You got it, bro. Nah, bro. Because bitches lie
How many
every day.
companies has he
Bitches
fucking
lie
ran?
every day.
How many companies has he opened where he does his fucking modeling, sex trafficking, fucking agency bullshit?
It's crazy how
If
stressful it
those
was me in my
bitches,
life.
if those
It's crazy how you
bitches,
open one last year.
if those
Shut up.
females were
You're
not
back.
held against their will,
You're back to your old antics, aren't you?
there's nothing wrong with
I have
it,
a
bro.
question. Oh, hold on, Remy. I have a question for you sincerely. How does it feel to know that you became the monster that molested you when you in that fucking
Come on, bro.
that little fucking
Shut
park
that
place that
without
you used to hang out?
bro.
I have some.
No. How does it feel to know that
Bro,
you became
you
the
gonna
same
do
fucking
that.
sex predator monster?
Nah, come on, bro. You can't say
No,
that.
he was molested when he was a kid, and he turned himself into the same fucking monster.
Bro. Rich.
He is. I mean, if you guys want to fucking be friends with him, be friends with him. I don't care.
Nah,
He's
man,
a
bro,
fucking,
because
he's a cocksucker. He's a cocksucker who fucking manipulates people.
I saw his
and
case.
fucking
I
rapes
read
women. Sex
the
trafficking women.
criminal complaint. I read his sentencing. Nothing of those crimes he was convicted of. Wasn't convicted of trafficking. Wasn't convicted of coercion or anything like that. He wasn't, bro.
Yeah.
He wasn't convicted of that.
Yeah, dude,
So-
people have went out and killed fucking 5 people and got lesser charges and got like accidental vehicular manslaughter
Nah,
when they
bro.
were drinking and driving around 120 and blew through a fucking red light.
Rich,
They should have been charged for the death of 4 or 5 people.
I had a
They got
Willie.
one
I had
count
a
of
Willie.
accidental vehicular manslaughter. And you're like, oh, it's an accident, even though he's on 120 and drunk driving through a fucking traffic light at 3 in the morning.
You can't compare those two scenarios.
Yeah, I can. I can compare a man who found 2 girls. Oh yeah, you're Willie, because they wanted to do adult films in fucking Florida. They were on Craigslist on an ad, and then he fucking flew them up, him and his buddy, into a hotel. Then it says that they fucking raped the 2 women, held them against their will, and allowed for Johns to come in and fuck them for like 2 weeks. And then they finally got busted, and then he went to prison.
They can trust the
No,
police.
it doesn't matter. They don't have the evidence. We all know that he's a scumbag fucking rapist.
But we understand the budget they have for trafficking cases.
Bro, let me ask you a question.
It's a slam.
Remy, let me ask you. Let me ask you this. I'm about to jump off here and get a pack of cigarettes. So let me ask you this: if you owned a fucking one of those VHS fucking DVD stores back in the day, like a little Blockbuster, like a hometown one, and you got busted, and they made the claim that you had fucking kiddie porn in the back of your fucking shop, and you may or may not have, and then you go and spend 6 years in prison, would you then come out and fucking open up a fucking movie fucking place? Would you come out and do that 2 or 3 more times? No. You'd probably fucking stay the fuck away from that and be like, I don't want to deal with any of that shit. This dude owned a fucking modeling talent agent where he sex trafficked fucking women through it, got in trouble a bunch of times, kept closing out and open up, and then finally got busted and put in fucking prison. And then he gets out of prison. What does he do? He opens up another modeling fucking agency in Florida. Bro, come on. It's like a pedophile moving next to a school.
Stop it.
With a Ferris wheel in their front yard.
We're talking about how JB's a sex trafficker.
No, he's not, bro.
I wasn't saying that. I was making a joke about Michael Jackson, bro.
Oh, yeah, like JB. with sexual predators.
Oh, you're fucked up.
Bro, you can't put that on somebody.
You guys are trying to cloud chase it. He doesn't even
It's
have
not cloud
healthy
chasing.
debates
It's not
anymore.
about cloud chasing.
He doesn't even open rooms in his unhealthy debates. Nobody mods him.
I do this differently, Rich. I do it like the penitentiary. You gotta bring the paperwork, bro. That's how it is.
Yeah, he's got papers if you look. You can go look at the papers.
I looked at his.
You can see.
I'm thinking he get caught.
Hold on. Was he actually? He wasn't actually charged for the crime. He was charged, right?
He was charged for a lesser charge.
Was it?
Yeah, they convicted him on a lesser charge.
They do that all the time.
Ralphie, Ralphie, check this out. Imagine somebody comes in and brutally rapes and murders your fucking wife, and then they plead it down to just rape. And they're like, well, we can get him on the rape, but he claims that when he was raping here, he accidentally smacked her head against the wall and she died. And then he gets charged with just rape. So he's known as a rapist for the rest of his life, but he's not known as a fucking murderer. Would you still consider him a murderer?
Yeah, but you're comparing extremes that are not existent for this case.
I'm comparing a guy who found girls on Craigslist, flew them up, put them in a hotel, raped them, and then held them against their will to fucking perform sex with a bunch of dudes and gave them none of the money. That's what the news article and all the shit says. The original complaint was that he didn't allow the girls to have any of the money. He held them against their will. That's what they reported.
Who's this guy? Every day, bro. The news lies every day.
Jason Bresca, the guy at Bradbury. JB. Go read it. Sex Slave Shock is the name of the article from New York Post. There's like 4 or 5 articles on it. He should have had them retracted if they made it all up. I mean, you could have simply called him up and said, hey, remove that, I'm going to sue you, because that's defamatory, because that never happened. And they would have to fucking remove the article, and it would be scrubbed from the internet, and I couldn't look it up anymore. Everybody else could look it up, but you know why it doesn't? Because that's what fucking happened.
It's crazy, bro.
It's called Sex Slave Shock.
Nah, bro.
Sex Slave Shock. New York Post.
I don't believe that Michael Jackson was a pedophile, though.
No, so Michael Jackson was just a fucking weirdo. So it's a pair of aspiring models were turned into sex slaves after 2 fiendish pimps responded to a Craigslist ad, lured them to a midtown hotel. Did you just mute me?
I didn't mute you.
Oh, I didn't know you just muted me. Okay. Read an article.
Hold on. I think I know this. I know the woman.
Which woman? The one that he raped?
No.
Or the Michael Jackson one?
No. I don't want to say the name.
Alright, there's the article in the chat if anyone wants to read it. So, lured them to, I didn't try and place Captado. Lured them to a midtown hotel and forced them to have sex with up to 60 men, authorities said today.
Bullshit.
Two savvy pimps, Jason Bresca, 38 of Brooklyn, and Sabina Rabinovich, 36 of Florida. Yeah, however you pronounce it. Russian fucking.
Yes.
Of Florida responded to the ads while trolling the internet for potential sex victims. Cops said one of the women had posted an ad looking for a position in pornography. The thugs, who were childhood friends, promised the women modeling careers and health benefits and dates with clients, police said. They even paid for the travel expenses from Ridgewood, New Jersey, and Sun Valley, California, police said. The women, aged 21 and 27, ended up at the La Quinta Hotel at 17 West 32nd Street, where they were allegedly forced into sex industry using the name Joey Bresca, oversaw the operation and collected all the money, never giving a penny to the victims, cops said. Robanovich, which went by name Charlie, would set up the sexual liaisons by calling the victims to inform them that she was sending over client police. Let's see.
Sounds like
It says read more, but it won't let you click on the read more part. You have to refresh on it.
Yeah. I think Rabinovich is often a Jewish name, not necessarily
Jewish.
They
Yeah, Jason Bresca is not Jewish, though.
No. Nah, it's got nothing to do with being Jewish. It's just fucking creepy.
No, JB's not Jewish. He's German. Oh, he left. Thank God. I'll have to keep reading this fucking shit.
So the broad is actually, she's from Toronto, if I'm not mistaken.
Hold on. It says police said, I got it open. On June 7th,
the bitches in Toronto got money.
Alright, so
They're
it says,
famous family.
on June 7th, Breska allegedly raped the 27-year-old woman in a room at the hotel. Between June 8th and June 15th, the same victim was forced to have sex with up to 60 men and kept all the hotel kept at the hotel through scare tactics such as threats to kill their family and tell their family. At the same time, the 21-year-old victim was kept in a room while having sex with a constant stream of Johns for 2 straight days. Police estimated that Breska collected $2,000 a day from the Johnsons and believe there may be numerous other victims. Investigators cracked the case after they received a call from an anonymous tipster leading to the suspect arrest on June 15th. Both were slapped with a variety of charges, including sex trafficking and promoting prostitution. The Manhattan DA's office, Unit Crime Unit, is urging anyone to come forward with information. Call 212, blah, blah, blah. So, Britt, let me ask you a question. If somebody was convicted of all this kind of stuff, and they were wrongfully convicted, and none of it's true, couldn't you just, reach out to the New York Post and be like, hey, retract that shit? If it was all fake?
The New York Post would get in a lot of trouble for it.
Yeah, they would get in a lot of trouble. Like when they said that President Trump was what did they say about, who was it? Oh, they did the Covington boys, remember? They got $200 million or something, or $500 million.
But as far as I understand, there is a grace period where if a publication genuinely makes a mistake, and then if the lawyer calls up and says, hey, please change that, it's wrong, and then you change it, it's okay, and then you have to make a clear article saying, look, we fucked up, and you're okay. That's as far as I understand.
I think it's just sad. I think it's just sad, Matt, that most people are duped, and I'm not saying you're duped, Robbie. I'm just saying he is a slick, fucking sly, manipulating con man, and he has a tendency to dupe people, and people who align with him or have a friendship or connection with him and stuff will believe him no matter what. Robbie was defending him and saying that he wasn't all these things and stuff, but my point is, there's plenty of people like Nye from Healthy Debates, Robbie, there's a bunch of different people that they scream and yell at me that he's an innocent man and he didn't do that, he spent his time and blah blah. It's I understand that. If he was on the straight and narrow, he owned a modeling agency, a modeling and talent agency. Okay, that was his MO. He's owned 5 of them up in New York and New Jersey and all over the place.
Is this a really old guy?
Yeah, it was JB. The guy was just on stage a second ago. He just left. The guy was above you. Jason Breska. So the thing is,
no, wait, you're not talking.
Hold on. What it sounds like, bro, is
JB from Healthy Debates.
Running little hookers, bro. Running hookers to a front. That's what it sounds like, bro. Running hookers to a front.
Okay, even if he's just running little hookers, but it's fucking disgusting. He's a sex trafficking fucking sexual predator.
Wait, you're not saying JB is?
JB from Healthy Debates is Jason Breska from the news article from the New York Post, who allegedly, or not, I don't even have to win it. Hold on. I don't even have to say allegedly because he was fucking convicted.
Hold on.
He was not convicted of these crimes.
He was
convicted of trafficking.
He was convicted of something, but not
Sex trafficking.
Was he convicted of actual sex trafficking? What's the
wording JB that was just in this room?
Yes, the one that was just
Hold on, Azra.
No shit.
Let me ask you a different question. This is all public information. Can we find out?
Both were slapped with a variety of charges, including sex trafficking and promoting prostitution.
Yeah, slapped.
Okay, slapped.
Yeah.
What actually stuck?
It's like prostitution, promoting prostitution.
That's what he was
Okay,
charged for
bro,
promoting.
I don't care. I don't care. If it, listen, I have Listen, Robbie, I have a fucking cousin. I have a cousin.
Why is someone
I have a fucking.
taking over other people? What the fuck is happening in this?
Robbie and I are having a conversation. Robbie, I have a cousin.
Yeah, no, but you know damn well I do not have mods in the room yelling over other fucking people. What is happening?
Robbie, I got you. Robbie, I had a cousin just in the last couple of years who was shot in the back of the fucking head because she was arguing with her drug addict fucking ex-baby daddy, and he took her 38 revolver, 357, put it to the back of her fucking head, squeezed the trigger, and blew her head off. Because he was wearing fucking gloves, because he was trying to kill her. He took the gloves off. He went and immediately took a fucking shower and bleached his hands and all this kind of stuff, and then disposed of the river in the fucking Daniel Boone National Forest. Because of this, he was never convicted, and they said that he was 100% innocent. And they let him go because he was also friends with the fucking cops. Just because somebody wasn't fucking charged with murder doesn't mean they're not a fucking murderer. Obviously, Jason Breska, by the entire fucking article that's never been retracted, is a fucking piece of shit low-life scumbag. Even if you just want to say he's a pimp. Pimps rape fucking women all the time. I don't care if they're hookers, they're still raping them. They're still, when the girl says, no, I don't want to fuck you, and they just say fuck you, and they pin him down and have sex with him. That's rape. I don't care if it's a fucking hooker or not a hooker. It's still rape. Like, my point is, he is a fucking scumbag piece of shit. But because he's a slick, manipulating fucking slime ball, he gets everybody in his fucking hand, and then they all just do what he wants. And nobody will be disloyal to him. And it's because he's a fucking street hustler. I mean, the dude was molested by an older man up there at the YMCA up in New Jersey when he was a kid, and that guy was a predator who ended up training him and raising him for a couple years under his wings and shit as a predator, luring other kids into him. And then he ends up growing up like through Stockholm Syndrome shit, where like when a person's raped, they end up becoming a rapist, or when a person's molested, they end up becoming a molester. He's a shit fucking
heavy for me. I need to leave the room.
Yeah, it is. It's fucking disgusting.
It's terrible.
Dude,
I got 3 kids.
With his situation, I just didn't see that sensing. Now, Brand, I would like to address you. Why did you take away my mod?
Because you shouldn't have been modded in the first place. Rafi and I have already had a conversation. You won't be again. I don't tolerate moderators yelling over other people, whether you're having a dialogue or not, and I sat in here and watched you do it for 10 minutes. So you will not be modded in the space again.
Brent, can I ask you a question? So,
you know what?
Hold on, I want to make sure he's very clear on why it happened, because he asked directly. So
no, you are not judge and jury of the world. You know what I mean?
No, but I am one of the 2 people who runs this house, which means I'm gonna set the decorum standard. And if you can't rise to the expectations, you're not modded.
I was not arguing with anyone. I was actually going back and forth in a civil conversation with them. And I wasn't talking over anybody. If anything, I was the one modded and was talked over.
Well, don't you worry, you will not be modded again, so we won't run into that problem again.
Well, Brandon, you have no class, and it shows you're very emotional.
That is the one opportunity you will have in this house to attack me. The second one gets you removed from the house.
You know what? I'm out of here. If this is what's in.
So, Ren, quick question: if that article is untrue or unfactual in the New York Post, could he have it removed, or would they have to remove it?
Here's the thing: he is aware it's factual. He came on this app and was very clear about his background when he was trying to engage with some sort of prison podcast. And then when that didn't work, and Roger and Kelly and I that were running Healthy Debates, I got sick with my cancer again. Kelly's mother-in-law got sick, and Roger had issues with his mom. We were not able to run rooms. It's around the time Brad, KK, and Gerard had canceled his ass from the right-leaning part of the app, and he needed somewhere to run rooms. Roger let him run rooms in Healthy Debates. That lasted for a few months. That blew up Healthy Debates at the end of time, which is why Roger and Kelly shut it down. And then Rowan from Australia brought it back on, because Kaylin, the original person whose house, said okay. And then he and Jay got in some sort of fight, and then Rowan took it, and then Rowan got clipped, and now that house doesn't open any rooms. So the thing about Jay is he is a known entity on this app. I don't get into it with him. He doesn't get into it with me. We don't enjoy each other, so we stay on other ends of the app most of the time. But if there was something untruthful out there, he would have sued. Because he sued the state of New York, claiming he was molested as a child. He sued the YMCA. He sued 2 Jewish schools. If he could have sued a newspaper, a publication, he probably would have. So at the end of the day, I don't really enjoy that we're having an entire room about his record. I don't know how that started or how that happened. but I'll have
Oh,
to
I came in the room
later to figure out what.
Yeah,
But,
it's my fault. I came in the room. He was on stage. I knew that it was a matter of time before Rafi got. I knew JB would come off mic as soon as he heard my voice, and he would say, "Hey, Rafi, make me a moderator." Then he'd kick me out of the room because he hates me. So I just immediately went fucking balls to the wall.
Here's the thing, and it just is that was never going to happen because Rafi and I have already had the conversations about my feelings about certain people, and certain people will not be modded. And now Ravi just added himself to the list of people that will never be fucking modded. So it's not a problem.
I had JB modded one time. Brent told me the story. He was never modded.
Yeah, because JB heard my voice and he said,
I never knew.
Make me a mod!
But
As soon as he got mod, he kicked me.
I would like us to stop talking about him and move on to something.
Yeah, I never knew it happened with Robbie too. But anyways, I want to go back.
Yeah, I just, last name, he's the only person on the staff I hate.
1 second. What the fuck happened on Friday? I was on Clubhouse, but I missed everything on Friday.
Wait, what?
No.
You forget my name's Azra. I'm sorry, buddy.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
What's it called? No, what the fuck happened on Friday? I heard what's her name went off on Brenner.
Oh, Hope and Glow. Yeah, they went off on Brad.
No, not on Brad. That wasn't on Friday. It was the other one.
I don't know, man. You have to talk about it.
How did I miss all the drama on Friday? I'm pretty sad.
As soon as you jog my memory, I'll be like, oh my God,
I missed the Glow and Hope with Viking. Well, Glow and Hope,
yeah, Brad.
I remember it all started in my room.
Yeah.
With Viking, roughly. So
because I told Hope because I modded Viking. And then I left the room, he kicked Hope down, and then Hope, I saw she...
Oh, no.
I had to...
No. Oh, that one, Hope kept kicking him down.
No, Rich. What happened was Hope and Viking disagreed about something, and as soon as Hope opened her mouth, Viking kicked her down to the audience, roughly. That's all that happened, and he triggered this whole thing.
So Hope never kicked him down.
Yeah, Hope and Glow got mad because Brad was talking bad about the Iranians. They kept moving him down 3 or 4 times. Somebody brought Brad up, and he got mod. Then he moved them down 3 or 4 times, and they kicked him back down a couple of times.
I don't think it's a responsibility of a mod to kick another mod. I don't think it's a responsibility of a mod to kick another mod.
I came back in the room, I demodded Brad.
I told you privately, Rafi. I told you privately.
Yes, and I had to demod Brad, and I sent a private message to Hope. I'm like, come back into the room, and she's like, only if he's demodded. If you if you remove his mod.
How did I not hear about this? When was that?
This was on Friday, Brad.
Oh, he was pretty much telling the Iranians that they weren't going to get the RGC out.
No.
You guys are such drama kings, honestly.
This was on Saturday night. Or Sunday night, and yesterday they went into President Trump's room in the morning.
No, it wasn't yesterday. It was on Saturday, I think, the President Trump room.
Because you guys came in all upset.
Yeah, was it yesterday or Saturday?
No, it was Sunday.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
It was Sunday, so Saturday. With me. And Sunday you guys went, and then in the morning I woke up and you guys were like fucking pissed off as hell.
Yeah.
And I opened up the room right away for
now
you guys.
I see why he did that. So it was from yesterday, the day before.
Steppy has AIDS. Because he's half Haitian.
What the fuck, Richard?
Oh, he was saying that I gave STD rubs at the 7-Eleven. I don't. Yeah, Steppy and I are pretty close. We're friends. He needs to get up on stage.
I don't know, I just think when mods are fighting with each other, it creates anarchy in the room.
I know. Listen, if you can't control the mods, you can't control the fucking room.
Exactly.
No, but Hope to me is more important. Like, so I had to kind of...
Hope is fair. Like, she's not...
What about me, Rafi? Am I not important?
You're my sister.
Yeah, exactly. So why do you favor Buttercup over me?
She's my cousin.
No, you're a fucking
I gotta stay close to the cousins. We can marry cousins.
You're a moron.
I can't marry my sister, but I can marry my cousin.
I think he said Toad.
I think that's only fair. No, Buttercup. We're talking about our sweet Buttercup. Our little sugar plum buttercups. Did you ever try sugar plum buttercup, CJ?
Sorry, what's that?
Did you ever try sugar plum buttercup?
Not really.
He could have Buttercup for free.
When you try sugar plum buttercup, you piss and shit out of your ass simultaneously.
Ew.
It's amazing. It's a great blender.
You could have Buttercup for free.
Oh, you're mad at her? Yeah, and it wasn't her, just to let you know, it was the other dumb cunt.
No, you don't know that, Rafi.
I know for a fact.
What
It
did
has nothing
she
to
do
do with
now?
you.
Somebody gave all of my literally all of my information to people in Amir's room.
Oh, that is not at all.
My name, my city, my parents' names. Like, it's really fucked.
Job, employment, everything.
That's sad. And how did they get all these information? Did you actually say that to someone? You need to start from the beginning and blame everyone that you gave these information to.
Well, only the people that I'm friends with know it.
Yeah.
But
That's why.
Rafi, it wasn't who you're saying it was. Like, how do you know that?
Because she doesn't know nothing about you, because...
You don't know that, Rafi.
I know, I'm pretty sure, but I think it's more the person that would actually sit in her room.
Yeah, Buttercup goes and sits there. And she's the one who told me that people are talking about me in his room. So I'm pretty sure that it came from her.
I don't think Buttercup would do that. Not that I stand at her side, but she's not that kind of person. Now, at least in the public, maybe in the private.
I think the complete opposite, CJ.
Okay.
And I know for a fact that she's doxed quite a few people.
And I don't care if she tells people my personal information, but why are you dragging my parents into it? Like, that's really fucked up.
Yeah, don't worry.
Rafi, you say don't worry, but if it was you,
I
then
got you. I got
No, you
one
don't.
phone call. Capri, one phone call. If people, one phone call.
yeah.
Nobody's gonna do nothing to you, I swear. I promise you.
I've already had people on this app call my parents before at their
No, I
house.
can't control phone calls. I can control confrontation in the real world. Oh, you. So wait, if Buttercup comes, I can't mod her now, Capri?
Rafi, here's the thing. I already told you. I'm gonna unmod her anytime you mod her. So you're free to mod her.
Thank
The
you,
minute I
Brad.
come in the room, I'm unmodding her.
Thank you. I'm gonna have Bren on speed dial and be like, Bren, get your ass in here.
Me too.
Take this bitch out.
Fucking bastards. I sent Brent the whole thing that the show is happening. Brent popped in here so fucking quick. So fucking... I can bet you dropped every... Brent, are you sure you still have your dog with you? I bet you dropped your dog and ran to get on Clubhouse.
Oh, I totally jumped off of a phone call. I was on a Zoom call, and I jumped off the call because you know how I feel about individuals. But I didn't expect it to be that particular point in the conversation. But, I mean, here's the thing, Rafi. You know me. I would simply block all of the undesirables, not the Thorns of the world, because they're enjoyable to play with, but like the truly vile people. You and I have a very different tolerance for some of these people, and I would just clear them out. But they'll leave when I come in anyways, because they know I don't
Bren,
enjoy them.
now I have a lot more respect for you.
What the fuck? Did I just lose the respect?
Yes, I told you a long time ago that I didn't respect you anymore.
You lost your respect long time ago, the first day that you was there.
Okay, Rafi, let's fix this. Hold on. And there we go. Problem solved.
But no,
No, Brad, don't get me wrong. It's not about me having a mod. Honestly, I really don't
Oh, I
mind.
know it's not. I'm just saying Rafi should be backing people. Because here's the thing, you irritate me sometimes, I irritate you sometimes, that's fine. But
Yeah.
you're not a giant piece of shit like certain other people who have been getting modded.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
there's a difference.
Exactly. I'm glad we're on the same page. I'm glad we're on the
Trying
same
to
page.
get to me, Brad.
No, not
Shuki,
you.
not you. What are you talking about, Shuki? You just can't be modded because I can't
Shuki is
have
the
a mod
biggest
in
piece
the
of
room.
shit in the
I
room.
can't have a mod in the room screaming cunt. Like, you can't be modded and be screaming, she's a cunt, she's a cunt, and if the house gets recorded,
Shut the fuck up, Buttercup. Shut the fuck up, Amos.
We don't want the house clipped.
Shut the fuck up, Amos.
So I had Rich. So I modded Rich and Pepe together so they don't kick each other out.
I'm the
To make sure it's equal. No, remember? And then you
I
came back on
invite
the
everybody in the
Hold on,
audience on
hold on.
stage.
You came into the room and you started screaming Muhammad's a pedophile like Rich before you continue the song.
That's not what I said.
I said I'm gonna demod you because I don't want my house clipped.
No. That's not what happened. That's not what happened. I'll be honest, and you'll enjoy it more. I actually said that I wanted to exterminate every Muslim on Earth. I said if I had Thanos' gauntlet, if I had Thanos' gauntlet, I would snap my fingers and every Muslim would die.
I had to demod him because of that one.
Muhammad, it's because Muhammad is a pedophile.
Shut up, please. I'm gonna tell you a secret of the
What's up,
even a mod can kick another mod. All you need is just to drop them to the audience and then you kick them. Start with your bullshit
It's not that Chucky. It's like when there's two people having guns, they think twice before putting somebody in the audience because once they come back up, they're gonna go back into the audience, the other person. So they think twice before actually putting the other person to the audience. It actually counterbalances.
Make your friend grow up.
Doesn't it actually work?
Kindergarten, please.
Listen, when there's one person with a gun, he's thinking
The kids in kindergarten guns, we do it in Israel.
Yeah, when there's two kids with guns, why am I saying two kids with guns? People with guns, they play peacefully.
Rafi, what are you talking about in Gaza? We give the kindergarten gun. We let them shoot each other. They're monsters.
I wish that would happen. I wish that would happen.
They would kill each
There are
other.
much less Muslims in the world.
Why does that matter? Because Muhammad is a
pedophile.
It's like getting your dad to sing like the lullaby at nighttime before you go to sleep every night.
I don't know, my dad never sing to me. And because of my voice, I never sing to my kids.
Alright. Favorite of all time. I know Brent's gonna get something.
Your voice is not.
Hold on, I'm gonna start
Yeah.
I'm gonna get this conversation started. I'm always good at this, Rafi. I know Brent's gonna say something from the 19. Brent's gonna say something from the 1950s.
Shucky has one of those voices that basically is only good around the campfire and a flashlight to his face, kind of, telling a scary story. That's the type of voice.
Alright, so Brent's gonna say something from the 1950s or 60s. Rafi's gonna say something from the former Soviet Union. Marshall's gonna say something that's from Mexico or southern Texas. But my question is, and I don't know what the fuck I but what's your all's childhood favorite theme song? Because mine would be the Ninja Turtles or the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Gilligan's Island.
Oh, that makes sense. You're on an island. Alright, go ahead, Rafi. Something in fucking some Russian shit. We have,
Chibarashka.
what was the one with the bear? The bear and
No, Chibarashka. So you see me as the character. That's an actual cartoon from Russia. It's called Chibarashka. It's like a monkey with big ears.
But what was the one in the U.S. on Hanna-Barbera where it was the big tall guy?
Masha and the Bear.
No. I'm talking like 60s, 70s. And they were like a evil duo. Like one was really tiny.
He had the brain.
No, 50s or 60s or 70s.
I don't know.
Russian cartoons
They were like
had had an alligator that constantly smoked cigarettes. I don't know if there was ever a cartoon in the U.S. that had an alligator or any other cartoon character that would walk around with a cigarette and smoke
Yeah, I don't
at
think
all
so.
times.
Yeah, but we're talking theme songs. What's the best theme song? The one that, like, when you hear it, brings back childhood memories. Mine, like I said, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Somebody want for Power Rangers.
What's the theme song though that reminds you?
Like the opening intro song for a cartoon or TV show that you loved. That was like your favorite song.
The Simpsons.
The Simpsons theme song.
The Simpsons.
It like makes you like feel like a kid again. Yeah.
South Park Simpsons.
I got my oldest son really big into Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the original Transformers.
Well, Power Rangers, you can take him to an intersection in New York and meet an BHI. They look like Power Rangers.
All right, Marshall, what's your favorite one? Or Brett already said Gilligan's Island. So, Shuki, what was your Israeli one?
Popeye.
Which one?
Popeye.
Popeye the Sailor.
Popeye the Sailor.
That wasn't Israeli.
No, I know, but I was expecting an Israeli one. All right, Bryn, what do you got from the 70s?
Was Brent the 70s baby?
I think Bryn's 70s, baby.
Charlie's Angels.
Charlie's Angels.
Yeah, I'm the wrong one for this. You have to remember when I was a child, midway through my childhood, Israel got television network. So prior to that, we literally had to like pirate it from the Lebanese TV.
Okay,
so,
and when you were pirating it, or you got the first TV, what was the first, like your favorite show that you watched?
I wanted to say, Brent, were you like in the middle of your childhood TVs were just invented? Is that what you wanted? That's where I thought you were going with this.
Why, Brent, in your family, they didn't watch the Arab movie every Friday night?
Yeah, it was a...
who did not watch movies. I grew up in a very rural northern Israeli village near the border. We did not have a whole lot of technology in the 1960s. By the time
Yeah,
you
but
roll into
you
the
had a TV, no?
1970s, we had a TV, but my parents were rather not inclined.
All right, I know Capri and Jay have one. Come on, Capri and Jay.
I don't really have a favorite anything.
You don't have like Care Bear theme song or Fraggle Rock something?
No, the one.
The only thing she does is listens to my voicemail.
Lauren Rafi, she's gonna say the one.
It's very soothing.
No, the only one theme song that stood out to me, like that I could remember, is Arthur.
Yeah, like if you've seen it today, you'd be like, oh my god, that's Arthur's theme song. Da-da-da-da.
Powerpuff
Yeah, I wouldn't go so. I don't even remember the Powerpuff Girls, but
What did he
I wouldn't go.
Powerpuff as a Powerpuff Girl?
Oh my god.
They are the same person.
I wouldn't go so far as to say like, oh, like it makes me feel nostalgic, but it's one that I remember because it was catchy.
Autistic women, man, no, like emotions. Come on, Jay, how about you?
I have a movie that I think that...
Charlie's Angels?
No. That made me stay
We can't hear you, Jay.
away from drug.
It made him stay away from drugs. What was that, Tricky?
Okay,
It's
so
like Midnight Express.
you guys want to hear something interesting? So I'm with my neighbor. I'm with some of my neighbors. I'm at my mom's house, and her neighbor is this guy that I keep seeing at these clubs that I keep going to, and he's always with random broads. And I just found out he has a wife. He just came out with her. And like he's out every fucking weekend. Like I'm out every weekend. He's out every fucking weekend.
Okay, Rafi. So we don't make the same stupid life choices, right?
No, he's my inspiration now.
Wait, William, what did you say?
There's still hope for me.
William, what did you
I'm
say?
telling you, there's still hope for me. I'm telling you, this is.
William, why did you rate Podio? Is that like the My Little Ponies? Because, you know, like My Little Ponies for adult men is like slang. They call themselves brownies.
Where's Brett?
They're chomos.
I just had to explain to Brett like half an hour ago what Hakuna Matata meant. because he had no idea, never heard of it.
Capri, what the fuck?
Yeah, and he kept saying Hakuna Matata.
Yes,
Hakuna Matata.
Hakuna Matata.
it just sounds different in Australian. He knows what it means. He just
No, he's never seen the movie before.
No, he watched the Australian version of Lion King. It was Kangaroo King, but like they made a little different noise.
I didn't know what it meant. I had no idea.
And I kept saying to him, it means no worries. He's like, yeah, but what does it mean? I'm like, it means no worries. He's like, okay, I'll look it up.
It's like Swahili or something. Darren, I have a question. Were you like Gundams, or were you the original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers in Japanese?
Oh, I was the original. You didn't ask me, but I was the original Mighty
I did. I said, what was yours, Marshall? I said, I'm guessing yours was something in Mexico or southern Texas.
No, Power Rangers, actually. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
God, this is so amazing.
Was there a Mexican Power Ranger?
They were called Lucha Libre.
I think the main character guy, the red one, was Italian or Latin or something.
I don't know. I just remember them as a little kid. Like, I remember watching, Steve Urkel as a small kid. I'll tell you all an embarrassing story from my mother. I was probably 4 or 5, and Pan Am, the university down here, had a really good basketball program. And there are basically no black people here, and so there's a black guy that walked in front of me as a small child. And I pointed at the black guy, and I yelled at my mother, "Look, Mommy, it's Steve Urkel." And apparently that just, like, embarrassed the ever-living shit out of her.
I mean, with a reason.
Yeah, of course with a reason. Like, that's embarrassing.
Okay, my
If I had a kid and the kid said that, I would be embarrassed, too.
So I was living in Texas, okay, when I was younger, like 4 or 5 years old. And my brother in a Walmart walked up to this man who had a huge, like he was a big guy, and went up to him, touched his stomach, and goes, and looks at my mom and goes, "Look, Mommy, he has a baby inside of him."
I have to say, Capri, you didn't know who Sam Neill was the other day.
No, I don't know who that is, but
exactly.
I think he's not from my time, though.
What are you talking about? Jurassic Park?
I never saw Jurassic Park.
Capri, you want to hear something fucked up?
What?
So, my ex, the fiance that you know of,
yeah.
So when she was small, her mom told me a story. So when they moved to the apartment building with her, a black person came into the elevator with her, and she, like, out loud asked, "Is this man dirty?"
Oh, no.
Because, like, her mom was saying how she needs to go take a shower and stuff, so she, like, basically to a black man, like, asking her mom, "Is this man dirty?"
I was a stereotypical little autistic kid. I was in IGA flicks up in Florence, Kentucky, and I walked up to a fat lady, and I was like, "Why are you fat?" And my dad's like, "What?" He's like, "Shut up, dude." And I'm like, "Why are you fat now?" And my dad's like, "Seriously, stop." And she's like, I don't know. And for me, I didn't realize it was bad to ask that.
Because you're autistic, that's why.
Yeah, I know.
So I was 11.
You did her a favor,
We
dude.
took our first trip to America, and that was the first time I'd ever seen a Chinese person. And dude, if you grow up in the Middle East and you have never seen a Chinese person, they're fucking terrifying. Terrifying. I'm gonna tell you, I've never been so afraid of something in my life other than fucking Chinese people, because I didn't know faces came like that. I didn't know eyes came like that. It was fucking terrifying.
But, Brent, let me ask you a question. Do you believe aliens, the way that they depict them, like, or like they make them to be, that the Chinese people are the closest things that look like aliens?
I've never heard that in my life.
Because if you look at their eyes, the way that they, like, draw aliens...
Robbie, are you just going off of eyes because they all...
Yes,
So I have a question to the room. So
Chinese are aliens.
Okay, so I have a question, Liz. I know you're down in the audience. Just write in the chat. What's your favorite childhood theme song for a TV show or cartoon? Also, Bren, second question. What is the second most person that you hate, or the second person you hate the most? Would it be Buttercup or Almost? Because Buttercup's
Buttercup.
You need to talk about Buttercup.
Make Shuki a mod right now. Make Shuki a mod right now. Y'all look.
Hey, how Rafi, it's really, like, why are you letting him just stop?
No, we can't do it. It's still
Make sure you be a mod. Make sure you be again.
You're not telling
Guys, I have a question for Buttercup. Buttercup, did you dox me
Buttercup
for the
asking
whole
Buttercup a
entirety
question.
of...
Hold up, Rich. Shut up.
I'm not Buttercup. Did you dox me to the whole entirety of Amir's room?
I don't even know who you are.
She's the evil Buttercup.
I don't know what her name is. How do I dox you?
Takia.
I actually somehow kind of.
Why do you laugh at me?
What?
Silverstein.
Because all of a sudden they know my name, where I work, the city I live in, my parents' names, well, because it's all over Facebook. So
I don't know you.
if you talk to Yael,
Takia.
I don't talk to Yael. I don't know where else to let him talk that.
Sharmuta.
Why do you ask that?
Buttercup was running
I
around
asked
with
you a
all
question.
Palestinians today.
I didn't accuse you. I
I
asked you a
actually tried
question.
to warn you about that.
She's very defensive,
We
Capri.
only had
She's
3
extremely
people in the room,
defensive.
though. It's embarrassing.
I'll tell you in DM, but I tried to warn you because I heard them talking when I was.
Rachel Silverstein, the Sharmuta, the cat.
Rachel Judenrat.
Judenrat.
Can you guys stop? It's really mean. I'm like a real person.
Judenrat, capo, piece of
Yeah, there's
meat.
Poor Buttercup.
Shirky, the Judenrat were, she is worse than the Judenrat. The Judenrat were forced by the Nazis to do things.
This is the first time.
He's doing it willingly.
She's doing this voluntarily. This is much worse than the
So we're gonna come
Judenrat.
up with a new name.
The capos
She's
were
an
forced.
actual Nazi.
Rafi, mod me. Rafi, I need a
She's
drink.
much worse than any
Hold on,
Judenrat.
guys. Buttercup, I honestly
Much
think
worse.
that all of this is coming from a place of like actual hurt that you cause your people. So
No, you have damaged the Israeli cause,
Randy, but
Buttercup.
it does.
You have given aid and comfort to the enemy, and you should own it.
Look at Randy. Look at Randy speaking over Capri because he thought it was Buttercup talking.
I'm talking to you, Buttercup.
Randy, do not talk to my Aryan princess in that fucking manner.
Buttercup, let me be clear, I'm talking to you.
Yourself with
You have given aid and comfort to the enemy, Buttercup.
Soon enough, Rafi's gonna mod her.
Just own it, Buttercup. You gave.
I don't come in your room. This is really abusive.
You were in here the other day screaming for Rafi to wake up to make you a moderator to kick me.
Hold up. Everybody, shut the fuck up. Okay? Another person interrupts or does a direct insult, will be in the audience. Be
I
nice.
just came on and
I'm not insulting her. She needs to wake up.
3 women in the kitchen are making more than sandwiches.
No, I said round 3, woman in kitchens making sandwiches, or what else can they be doing? Vacuuming, or come on.
Mopping.
Well, you see, you're fucking great. This is like Family Feud right now. You're winning, Ellie. You're winning.
I just want to say though,
Yes.
someone weaponizing the word abuse, just because they're caught doing something wrong. Reminds me. Listen, I don't interrupt.
Yeah, you're a Judenrat.
Reminds me.
She is a Judenrat. She is worse than the Judenrat. Let's be
Reminds
clear.
me of the Palestinians.
You guys can't do that. Rafi's trying to clout chase off the Buttercup.
Are you guys all fucking retarded?
I didn't attack her. I attacked you.
Attack me.
Yeah, I did. I said you're clout chasing off the Buttercup.
I don't mind you
Invert
attacking.
the words and its definitions. It's an inversion of
Let's go back
reality.
to the title. Let's play charades, guys. What can else women do except make sandwiches?
Fuck to it.
Bake cake.
They're vessels for procreation. That's pretty much their purpose.
Yep. Cook and clean it too.
Ellie, I don't
Don't
think
forget
we've
that.
met, but that was a very hostile thing to say to me.
I really don't care. Please don't speak to me.
Her name.
You're not
Yeah.
the victim.
Hold on. Her name is Eli.
Guys.
Her name is Eli. Pronounce it correctly.
Guys. Look, guys.
You know what's great about opinions?
I got you. Don't worry.
Is that they're exactly like assholes. Everyone has one.
Hold on. What about my asshole? I got a special one. Okay?
Yeah, like opinions. Everyone thinks theirs is special. Opinions are like assholes.
Mine's actually special. You've never seen my asshole.
Thank
It's like
God. Thank God.
It's unique. Jay, that's similar to it, but not all the way there. I'm just saying. But, guys, can I know one thing? Why are the Jews still colonizing Israel?
What the fuck?
I mean, Palestine?
You can't colonize where you're indigenous.
Sit on my cactus, Rafi.
What about Palestine? I want to know why.
Yeah, but he's just trying to trigger Buttercup to like get his room started.
I know. She left.
You guys are you offended Buttercup, Rafi. Rafi, you're mean to Buttercup.
Wow, Rafi.
Rafi, don't be so mean to Buttercup, Rafi.
Wow,
Don't be so
Rafi,
mean to
you
Buttercup.
didn't mod her?
Well, fuck. Everybody's in a iffy. You're being all mean to my fucking future ex-wife.
She does seem like
Don't
the type,
worry, there's
she does seem like the type of woman I would have ended up marrying. I'm not gonna lie.
I know. Me too.
You're so mean to Buttercup, Rafi. We're all
Why Pepe? Because she's pro-Islam.
He's a sweetheart.
No, she's just. There's something about her.
Yeah, I know. There's something about her.
Wait, I have a genuine
You
question,
like dumb
Rafi.
women?
Why is Glow in the audience and not on stage and a
That
moderator?
doesn't. Her being dumb doesn't make her unique.
Glow is
So I mean, what is it about her that you like? She's dumb and she
No,
thinks
it's
she's
just the feistiness. You can tell there's some passion there. It's like all of the recipes for something good and lots of bad. It's just that's just my opinion.
Whoever did that.
Yeah, make Glow great again. Thank you.
Whoever did beat me, congratulations. I was being slow, but yeah, I was doing it. But you guys beat me.
No, you weren't.
Do it.
Oh, is she gone already? What happened?
Yeah, she ran away.
They're not
Rafi offended her.
No.
Rafi threatened to kick everybody in the audience if we insulted him.
No, it was Randy. Randy was going in on her.
No, it was Randy.
No, and Shuki and me.
Correct. And I said, if one person insults my future ex-wife, we'll be in the audience.
Shuki was being nice. Don't be so upset.
Yo, where are my car keys?
Yeah, you're offending Shuki, Rafi.
Don't offend Shuki. It's
Yeah,
abuse.
that's not acceptable, Rafi.
Nobody gonna shut Shuki's mouth.
I just need to keep Shuki in control.
But Brandon, the funny part was Rafi said he would kick anybody, and then Shuki immediately comes off mic and starts cussing around.
Me and Buttercup have a plan.
You shot him what?
That's your problem, not mine.
It's me and Buttercup's plan.
That's your problem, not mine.
Sweet Buttercup.
That's true, Shuki.
Yeah, and I told you, she doesn't know who the fuck you are. Many times, Capri.
Oh, she know.
Hi, baby.
Oh, she know.
I'm telling you, she does.
She's lying, Rafi. She's
I
lying.
mean, does she actually dox people though? I haven't heard her do that. I didn't
Yes.
hear her
That's
say
gonna
things
be
that
the
are like.
same.
Again, I don't give a shit, whatever you
Silverstein, the Sharmuta, the cunt.
Again, I
She
think
talks shy. She talks shy.
but no, the person who doxed her is the one that already has her information.
There's the lovely Buttercup. She's on the stage. Hail Buttercup.
They don't
That's Silverstein, the Sharmuta, the cunt.
Shuki, stop it. They don't believe you're
No,
gonna be my
no.
future ex-wife.
I'm your what?
You're gonna be my future
You are
ex-wife.
the Sharmuta, the cunt, Rachel Silverstein.
No, Buttercup's lovely.
No, no,
Rafi, this is
no, no, Sharmuta,
I
cunt.
know.
Hold on,
Silverstein.
guys, hold on. Buttercup, honestly, I think people would stop if you actually stopped trying to antagonize them every single.
anybody. Why are you doxing?
Okay, I'm not.
She's
okay.
not antagonistic. She's crazy.
No,
She's a
she,
Hollywood
but she,
Muslim
yes,
supporter.
but she'll come in here, she gets modded, that's fine, and then she antagonizes the people.
Yeah, she's the Jew.
I know.
Guys, you guys know she has like an opposing viewpoint compared to most of the
Yeah,
group.
okay, but
And most
Pepe,
people like to come onto these apps to have a conversation.
Pepe, I was
So
fucking
fun.
talking, Pepe.
Yeah, let Buttercup talk. Go ahead, Capri.
You'll come in, you get a mod, okay, and then you're abusive with the mod power, and also, like,
It was a joke. Rafi thought it was funny.
no, but Buttercup, like, but no, but you see, it enrages people here. So,
People were laughing
but,
about it.
but Buttercup, okay, so people were laughing about it so much that they're now all attacking you, and you're wondering why. I'm trying
That's
to.
why they're attacking me. It's because
Yes, it is. I'm trying to explain.
No, we're attacking her because she's a piece of shit.
Wait, I think I noticed the pattern of lacking accountability.
I think Buttercup is really sweet. You guys need to stop being.
Hey Pepe, so then go start your own room with Buttercup then. Like no problem.
Sugar's being nice, guys.
No, Rappy said that's his future ex-wife, and you guys are disrespecting his state.
That's okay. That's
Oh my God,
his future
Pepe, you're really annoying,
His
Pepe.
future ex, and it can be your present.
That bitch just
like
raped
you.
me. Yeah, Pepe doesn't actually want to fuck. Pepe doesn't
Pepe,
want to
I don't think your opinion actually matters because you flip so much that I can't tell if you're like a fish out of water or not. Like you're always flopping on what you say.
Everybody knows what I am. I am flip-flopper.
doesn't even know.
You're a fence sitter.
Yeah, he's the fucking magic card of Pokemon in real life.
know who he is himself.
Yeah, you leave Pepe alone too. What the fuck is everybody going after?
No, we said he's the magic card from Pokemon in real life.
I'm not going after Pepe. I've always been honest with what I think about him.
I didn't even
I
like
won't
the
call you
last year
Pepe
they had.
anymore. From now on, you're nothing but a pee-pee.
A pee-pee hermit.
You're just a pee-pee. Yellow and stinky.
other
Pee-pee hermit.
I am the Grand Mufti of Arizona. That is what I am.
Yellow and stinky.
Pepe, you don't even know what you
Shuki,
are.
did you ever see Pee-pee
I
hermit?
told you, I'm the Grand Mufti
That's
of Arizona. That's what I am.
Yeah, you're confused.
And I told you what you are. You are pee-pee, yellow and stinky.
Yellow
I have a big old cactus.
He has jaundice. He has jaundice.
Stop.
Your skin is a pile of Pepe.
Oh, it's Niftali, my favorite Michelin. Hello, Niftali.
King of the Michelins.
Fuck you, Pepe.
Gay Michelin.
That's really rude, Pepe. Okay.
Yeah, what?
No, Niftali and I do this back and forth all the time. You know.
Yeah, he doesn't sound very happy about it.
No, he actually, the first thing he does when he comes on a stage, when I'm on a stage, is he talks shit to me. That's what's what it's not personal.
I know
It's true. It's true.
I know enough about Pepe for everything. Because Nathalie needs a little fucking wake-up call. It's fine.
Oh, what, you're calling me too left now, Rafi?
Oh, fuck yeah.
See, Buttercup, I'm a leftist. I'm a leftist.
No, you're not, but you're a leftist. Like,
Stop
I
calling
don't
people
know.
names, Rafi.
It's not like leftist, it's like the October 7 leftist, I'm sorry to say.
What is
What's
that
an
mean?
October 7th?
That's a new
What does that
category.
mean?
What is
But
it?
isn't that what Buttercup is? Are you choking on a dick right now?
October 7th, leftist is the same. And that thought that they can help them, and they came and they fucking slaughtered them.
Yeah, that would be Buttercup had she been there. Unfortunately.
How do the people in the Kuppet team are such good people? I mean, imagine you're like advocating for the Gazans, and then you offer yourself as a sacrifice.
I did not say that. I said your grandparents that died would be rolling in their graves. That's what I said. I didn't say that they should have died. No, I didn't. I never said that because my grandparents, well, not my
You're telling me I
grandparents.
should have died on October 7th.
Hold on.
I didn't say that you should. I said you would have been one of those people advocating for the Palestinians, and you would have been the first one dead. That's what I said. I didn't say that you should die.
Rafi, put him down.
All this animosity.
I don't give a fuck. But you are
Stop twisting.
I don't give a fuck also.
Buttercup, you need to stop twisting people's words. Shuki, hold on, Shuki. Buttercup, you need to stop twisting my words to make yourself sound like a victim, honestly.
Hold on. I don't know how we got back to Buttercup. But what's it called? Hold on, Buttercup, 1 second. Yeah, where was I going with this? October 7th victims, yes. And it wasn't directed towards you that you should have died, Buttercup. She meant, like, the way you speak.
I would have died.
the
I
same
would have
fucking...
been slaughtered. Got it.
Yes, because they had to say, No, but the...
I didn't say I want you to die. I'm saying that you would have been one of those people who supports the Palestinians Oh my God, no, I didn't, Buttercup. Honestly,
We don't want nobody.
it's not being manipulative, but
Hold on.
it is. It's very manipulative.
Guys, hold on. We didn't want nobody to die on October 7th in general, even whatever their political views are. Don't get us wrong. But that was just a wake-up call.
They did kill all of those.
Yeah, but sometimes it's not enough for some people, you know?
No, it was enough. At one point, everybody was united. And now, again, the division is starting. It's very weird. People have fish brains, I noticed.
Yeah, but Rafi, the person that you want and protect so much and you jokingly say that you're gonna marry and whatever, it's exactly what you're describing.
You know what? I wish Buttercup to be his wife. That's what I feel she deserves.
The blasphemy! The Jewish women are running out of control on this
You
room.
have a great life.
The Yentas are going crazy.
You're just a bystander here.
Yo, Pepe, you're out of control. I'm sorry to say, but I love it.
Yeah, Pepe,
But,
honestly, like, you're tolerated in these rooms, but you're quite irrelevant, actually.
No, we love Pepe.
For your entertainment purposes, but that's it.
Pepe's my best. Hold on. Pepe's my best man at the wedding.
It's for your entertainment purpose only.
Brad is gonna inaugurate it. Is that what it's called?
Inaugurate? You're so stupid.
Not enough. What's the thing?
Officiate.
Officiate the wedding. Okay, we're halfway there. Who's gonna be the flower girl? Who wants to be the flower girl, guys?
I will be the flower girl. I want to be the flower boy.
What are you volunteering me for?
I'm waiting between me and Buttercup.
I called it first. I want to be the flower girl. I'm going to be the
Can
Texas
you and I
boy.
go to a spa day while Rafi marries the demon?
Listen,
Brett, can I come with you?
me and Buttercup are not the same. I am not a leftist, Rafi.
Brent,
Have me wrong.
As soon as you have that spitty out, you are worse than the left.
So, Brent,
You are
right when you left
scumbag of the life.
Florida Man came in the room and we tried to hook you up because Florida Man has kissed a tranny, so he has kissed a man.
Yeah.
But I think he might be open to it.
Not hooking you up.
He's a Jewish police officer and I think he lives in Florida or Texas.
He's not a police officer. He just got done doing jail time for like fucking 7 or 8 months.
Yeah, but he was a cunt for a while.
Kelly Bennett is a great man, Shooky.
What do I wear to a Dead Mouse concert?
Oh, I thought like
You see, you and him
A dead
the
mouse.
liars. You and
Yeah,
him the
because
same
Pepe
liars.
used to show himself in his full uniform sitting in his squad car when he first came on the app.
Yeah, well, he just got done doing time, so.
Yeah, he
Go
probably
on the
shot
couch.
somebody or hurt somebody. Or got hooked.
Did I wear
Yeah, I've never been to a Dead Mouse concert, but I don't think the fans wear anything.
Yeah, they wear mouse ears on their head.
Really?
No, they come dressed as cats trying to catch the mice.
And Ellie is gonna dress as a.
Ellie, you gotta dress as one big pussy.
Is Dead Mouse a Canadian or is he? I feel like he grew up near the border.
But yeah, so he's half and half.
Legal. Ice is gonna come in the middle of the show.
I went to one of his first shows, actually.
Yeah, he's like not even relevant anymore. I don't feel.
He's pretty like he's still got.
He's dead.
When it comes to EDM, he still has a lot of sway and pull when it comes to influence.
Oh, Bren, did you see the back channel I sent you?
Probably not. Let me look at it.
I shared it.
Who's relevant when it comes to EDM if he's dead?
Rocky, you're a married man. You shouldn't be saying that on stage.
Dead Mouse was one of the last like headliners that would consistently. I mean, for years and years and years. But now today, it's just a bunch of transient people that they hit the charts just a little bit and then they just
We've been called
never heard of again.
That's not really true.
Yes, you
Well, who's big? I'm curious.
I said you
Where you have Rufus,
the
you
artist that
have...
you might like.
Okay, I'll check. Well, I've been listening to Fred again, but that's more like jungle.
Yeah, but that's also old.
Yeah, Fred again is
very old.
Yeah, and he's also kind of I don't know how to put it. He pops in and out, but I would say Dead Mouse was definitely one of the last like consistent headliners that that stayed relevant and had a big influence on other.
I saw Tiesto a couple of years ago.
Well, Tiesto's way older than him. So like
yeah,
Tiesto,
I don't really know
Armin
what's
Van
relevant anymore. Like I don't know. I don't follow.
Who died again of an overdose?
Oh, Avicii.
Yeah, Avicii.
Avicii, I thought he died like over a decade ago.
Yeah, he did. He
We're
did.
talking
I just
about
forgot about it.
we're talking about like the legends, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of
weird because it just like kind of today it seems like you get people that are relevant for a year or so maybe, and then they just kind of they're just replaced.
Well,
quickly.
that's because everything is about trends and like TikTok and everything like fast. Like
What about Diplo? Diplo is always in.
he does that. He does
That's
that
what I
run.
was just about to bring up is if you look up. So I remember listening to Future, you know, the rapper, like way fucking back when, and I was like, I wonder when his first album. It was like 2004. Dude's been rapping for like 22 years or something. Same thing with like Lil Wayne. It was like 1999 or 2000 or something.
Yeah, but he went off on a big break, and now he's just made a comeback.
Yeah, like Future, Lil Wayne, 2 Chainz, like all these guys they're still relevant today, but at the same time they're doing it for like 20 plus
Yeah, but
years.
hip hop is. I don't want to be mean, but it's sucked for a while now. Like literally the amount of musical talent. They call it implied chords. They don't even use chords. They do all of this weird, stupid shit, and they went into the mumble rapping like well over a decade ago, and it's a bunch of fucking trash. Like and I know every generation will
It's
kind
called
of
emo rap. It's called what you call mumble rapping is emo rap.
So I understood the lyrics to was probably like the Dre album when he came out with Still Dre. That was the last album. I understood lyrics. Now I don't understand one word they're saying.
You know who started emo rap? Kid Cudi.
Bro, it's like my nephew's like 18 he's 18, and he's like, oh my god, bro, you know who Future is? And I'm like, he's been around 3 years before you even fucking existed.
Basically like hip hop music became more of like a, especially emergence of social media, it became more of a who can up who, like in terms of showmanship. Like I'm a gangster, look at what I got. It's who can have like the most legit street cred, all of this stupid.
But there's another genre is SoundCloud rapper.
Yeah, but that's also like highly correlated with emo rap. And I'm not somebody who listens to any of this rap shit.
Is there like a backpack? Is it called backpack rap? Is that something similar to? I mean, is that the term?
So who?
I might have made that one up.
Probably. Who would you guys think is probably like the oldest, still relevant, like artist or rapper?
Drake.
Eminem.
Run DMC.
Well, Drake, how old is Drake? Is he like is he in his 30s?
You think Snoop is still relevant?
But Eminem is still rapping.
I think culturally, and he's came out with a couple songs, but
yeah, I think Drake was kind of like the downfall of rap. I saw him as a incredibly talentless person, at least in comparison to the people who came before him, but there was this huge industry push for him. And
He was Jimmy in a wheelchair.
Because he's half Jewish.
Do you hear me, guys? Because I think Eminem still raps, and he just came out with some new stuff.
Yeah, he's a geezer. He needs to put his cane down.
No.
Yeah, but you asked a question about who's still like the.
I don't think.
What about Dre?
There is.
I don't know if Dre's still coming out with stuff.
There is like bowing out gracefully. Like Madonna, she's actually doing okay on the charts, but it's like, okay, look, bitch.
What do you mean? She looks like an old lady.
Yeah, she does. But she did just have a few EDM releases that actually started to do pretty well recently within the last month. Now, in the 80s, she was all the rage. She was young, attractive. She could move well because, that's what happens when you're in your 20s and 30s. Now she's this old woman trying to contort her body in ways like she used to, but she's a grandma, and it's kind of fucking embarrassing.
Yeah, but you know what? It's nostalgic for the people that used to listen to her, like when she was. It's like the Backstreet Boys, like they move like they all have back problems, and and arthritis, but it is nostalgic, and I enjoy going to see them.
They're 20 years younger than Madonna.
Yeah,
Just
I
to
know.
give you some perspective. Madonna's like 68, right?
Yeah, Madonna's too old to be doing this shit. Like even Cher, she had a run up until what, her late 50s or 60s back.
Yeah, Believe was in her 90s. Yeah.
And you know, I'll say this, at least she had. This is
She
before
aged more gracefully though than Madonna.
Yeah, she's also got like way darker skin, which usually means they're less prone to wrinkles. But I would say that she's somebody that also had like Madonna as well. She's a natural talent when it comes to being able to sing. I'm not saying like they're great vocalists, but you know they definitely have the talent.
Performer.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
It's everything. I mean, Madonna ended up being everything, including an actress. Not a great one, but she did do movies.
But she could sing. Okay, she was a better vocalist than most people could be. But does that make her amongst one of the like standout great vocalists? No. Like, could she be Celine Dion? No, none whatsoever. We're not going to compare the two. But
I would say that the standard is if you can headline the Super Bowl, then you're a superstar. And she could have either she did or she could headline the Super Bowl, in my opinion. I don't think Celine could headline the Super Bowl.
No, but she's. That's the thing, though. Is just like what makes a great performer. So Michael Jackson, for example, would hit all of the boxes. He can sing, he can dance. He did all of the shit to put on a really good show.
He acted too.
Yes, but was he the best at any one of those things? No, but he was very good at least all of those things.
He's certainly the best dancer.
Very good. Yeah, dancing is probably where he was.
The Thriller album was the biggest album of the decade, if not more. When Thriller came out, it was the biggest selling album of all time. So yeah, there was a moment when he was literally the biggest singer out there. Full stop.
Yeah, I mean,
the songs may not have been. His behavior didn't help him, but they were met with Thriller that he was the biggest artist on the planet.
But the problem with music though is it's all gone to shit for a number of reasons.
But that doesn't take away from Thriller.
No. He's incredibly talented. You would have to be talented in all of the areas he was talented in order to create the hits that he created. But I mean, today, if you even look at like what happened to rock bands, it was more of a commercially like the record labels. First of all, bands are notoriously difficult to fucking manage, and they want to break up. They want to do all of the shit that a group of people want to do, and so they just started going with solo artists, and then they come up with these fucking formulas, and it starts to sound like rather robotic, and it's soulless, I guess you can say, and like music is really just like sucked fucking dick. Like, I don't think it's a nostalgia to look back at whether it's the 2000s, the 90s, the 80s, every decade going back to the 50s even, and say like there was something way fucking different about these people. Today, it like the music is so fucking flat and boring, and it sucks.
Yes, you could understand the fucking actual words and lyrics. I don't understand words and lyrics of the new rap songs. Seriously.
Rafi, it's amazing that you understand English. You don't speak it properly.
That was uncalled for. Okay.
I'm not gonna lie.
Randy, I'm sorry I hurt your feelings.
So like Rafi
didn't hurt my feelings, but that was just uncalled for.
Rafi, when I came on here, we like the rooms I used to do, a lot of black people were coming into my room.
There we go.
He's talking about rap music. So much slang, I did not understand them because it like. Do you know what speaking in code is? For example, that was one that I did not understand. Why are you speaking in code?
You mean like Yiddish?
or stay on code. Actually, stay on code was how they would put it. No, it's not get it. No, it's like black. This is like African American. Stay on code. It's derived from pimp culture, but it essentially means is that if you have an outsider, don't show your cards. Keep it private. So you're speaking to a white man, therefore stay on code, sister. Like you don't entertain them with certain things. And that's what a pimp would do. This is where it comes. This is where the language comes from. Is that stay on code. In other words, watch what you say to outsiders outside of me, the pimp, and my hoes. It's very lovely, but they're just like terms like no cap. Like what the fuck does that mean?
You know what it means.
I know what it means.
Don't be fun.
No lie. But I mean, there is a lot of slang that you're gonna hear it, and you're just gonna be like, "What? I don't know how to comprehend that." And
now you're fronted.
Exactly. And so, no, I actually was on Clubhouse. I actually learned a lot of their slang, quite a bit.
Listen, Pepe, I'll give you your props, okay?
But
you got mad respect. Mad people skills.
It's not mad. And that's the thing. It's just like I didn't have exposure to it, and like anybody could. But I do remember a friend that lives in Atlanta. He's white, but he could understand it. Like I remember watching a video from Atlanta. Can you comprehend what they're saying? I don't understand it.
It's called Ebonics, so I speak it very well.
Yo, guys, I had to change the title. The room title is "White People Teaching Black History."
No, I'm teaching Ebonics. I'll teach you some Ebonics.
What the fuck's Ebonics?
You know what Ebonics is. You take the word business.
Hold on. I sorted out. I don't know what the fuck Ebonics means.
Okay, it's black slang. Take the word business. There's three words.
The white man to know the black.
So it's basically now they call it African American Vernacular English.
No, it's Ebonics. But listen, there's three ways to say the word business. Okay.
Business.
No, bidnet, where you put a D in it. Bidnet.
Is it because they have a gap between their teeth?
And then another way to say it is binit. B-I-N-I is another pronunciation of business. Those are two. Bidnet and binit.
Do you know what bussin' means?
I'm gonna be bussin' on that fool, like in other words.
Or like it's bussin'.
You better bust a move.
You're thinking
No,
bus.
it's not bussin' move. No.
So when you say bussin', so I'm gonna be. This goes back
Yeah, like
to the 90s.
I think it replaces like it's fire or like.
You mean like busting?
No, bussin'.
Bussin' was used though even in the 90s.
Somebody gave me a thumbs down, so maybe they.
So okay, like in the 90s, it would mean it like this is something that would be said like even here in Phoenix. You're like I'm gonna be busting on that fool. I'm using more 90s slang.
Busted is when something's really good.
Yeah, like it's fire, you know?
Yeah, no, I get it. I'm just telling you how it used to be how it used to be used.
Yeah, we used to call that dope.
Here's how it used to be.
That's dope. It's fly. It's dope fly.
Fly.
The fly is like 1990.
Yeah, that's really 90s.
All right. Fresh.
1990.
Well, yo, chill.
You're the bomb.com.
Yeah.
I had to change it.
All right. What about Ebonics for money? Like, what do you understand? Papers. What else?
Cha-ching. They're going to be just making noises now. They're not even using words. They're making noises. Cha-ching.
It's truly stuff. But I don't know. That's old already.
Coin. Did they use coin?
What about bands? Band for band.
Band. It's like is that a band? A stack?
How about good one.
This must be so funny.
Type shit. We're so language.
How about for women? Like what are some terms for women? Like, well, obviously, bitch never goes out of style, but also shorty.
That's Shorty's like 1990s.
No, they still say, you can still say shorty.
Yeah, Shorty. Shorty, go buy me a 40.
They use like they started to adopt like Spanish slang terms like in the 90s, like mammy or mommy.
Mammy.
I said mammy. Mommy.
It's like when Brett tries to say a meme. It's a meme.
Well, one from the 90s that I love was Represented. Like,
Not picking on Brett. Rafi, why are men so sensitive on this app?
Representing, you know, that came from like the music business, like, you know.
I can't hear you.
Even the Beastie Boys, these Jewish white boys, would say they represent, what is it? I forget the name of their MCA in their lyrics. They would use that term.
Right, well, MCA was one of the rappers. He was one of the guys.
Oh, there you go. He was one of the guys.
No, he was, you know, he was one of the three rappers. He was, you know, that was Adam Hurwitz was MCA. No, Adam Yauch was MCA. Yeah.
I mean, rebellious little shits. I mean, singing songs about drinking the booze, doing angel dust.
Dude, they made a lot of money.
They did, right? Obviously.
They're worth about $25 million each, at least. Yeah. Yeah. Well, ill was a big word for them. License to ill, ill communication. That was a big word for them.
Going back to Brooklyn, I forget.
Yeah.
Brass Monkey. I can think of some of their songs.
Right.
You know what's funny though is if you want to get a room, because look, there's a small schism on this app that is Jewish, and then you have the Persians, which have kind of like come into the same spaces as us.
Iranians.
I say Persians. I don't
We're
fucking
not
tell
all
me how to speak
Persians.
English.
It's dumb.
I don't care.
You know, it's another one. I don't fuck with that. Like, you know, I don't fuck with Persians. I don't fuck with that. That's cool.
I don't fuck with that. I don't be down with that.
No, but now it's fuck with. Yo, I ain't fucking with that, man.
But I would say so. But
you want some of that Persian shit?
That shit.
On the English-speaking side of the app, though, the black versus non-black, or the black versus white stuff is way more.
What about Cap?
Yeah, the cap is big. Listen, the biggest change in Ebonics from when I was a kid is the use of the N-word. I mean, when I was a kid, nobody used the N-word. Today, it's, I mean, if you're black and you don't use the N-word, are you really black? Because it's like, it seems to be required to use it.
Well, in the 90s, it was weird because you had like the hood rats that would use it, but then you had, I guess you could say the more well-behaved black kids did not use it.
Are you talking about the soft A or the soft hard R?
The soft A.
The soft A, got it.
Did you miss me? I'm back.
We did miss you. We missed you.
We're doing Ebonics right now.
Yeah, but I don't think that these are Ebonics. Like, I think it's just younger kid generation that uses it.
No, it's not. It's actually.
Ow. Remind the females why they have mods.
What?
Well,
It's to control you, Rafi.
No, it's not. It's not. It's a much more primal instinct. You guys have curves. That's about it.
It's the tits, okay?
Exactly. There you go. I love you. You're the best.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you hearts. Hold on.
But if you look at
I sent you some kisses too. Hold on. Do we have kisses? We have no kisses. Was that no? We're gonna send her some fire. We're gonna keep her nice and warm.
But if you look at Ebonics, so like the Scots-Irish had, for example, a lot of words, like you can look at ask, and some black people will say ats.
Yeah.
And that actually came from the Scots-Irish. So basically these were like people from the hills, that they were herders, they were kind of problematic and somewhat violent and had their own issues, but they came from the modern day UK. and they were pushed by the WAFs basically out into Appalachia for a reason. They thought they were, inferior trash.
They were
For lack of a better word.
They were Scottish people before their education revolution or whatever.
Yeah, well, the Scots-Irish, so like the Ulster Scots, they were a little bit different, but they would use a type of English vernacular that, in all reality, that is where black people got it from. And so, a lot of for example, the ain't, I don't do nothing, like that kind of shit that we consider...
The double negative.
Yes, that does come from the Ulster Scots, and that is something that did... There's a reason why, there's a slight twist on the accents, but if you were to look at like redneck, or I should say hillbillies, versus what we would consider people speaking Ebonics, it's rather very similar grammatically. This exact same errors, the exact same usage of words. Of course, it's evolved since a few hundred years ago, but yeah, it was kind of taught to them. So I don't. I'm just trying to be fair here.
Cap.
All cap.
Right. Did you hear what Trump said today?
What do you say?
To get real bad.
What?
So Trump said, where is it? New U.S. strikes on Iran military sites after Trump warns it's about to get really bad, in quotes. So yeah.
I mean,
we're hitting them for 7 hours straight, apparently.
The thing about Trump is that,
yeah, I know.
In my opinion,
we can't take it serious, but so.
But it's just like the original sin was just like, look, I don't for Iran or the IRGC. Good riddance, get rid of them. But just us attacking them, if you don't have if you're not. Well, the U.S. has the teeth, I guess you could say, per se. But if you're not capable of using your teeth, why would you attack Iran the way you did? It's not... they obviously called their bluff. I think they're more than aware that, the U.S., at least when it comes to this, they're not... It's an incredibly unpopular war. They're not willing to allow their men and women to go there to fight the war for them. Any of our allies, they're not going to send their sons and daughters. And so, what do we do at this point?
Well, actually, the tune is changing with the allies, if you haven't noticed. So after this, there's even a post I posted. Mark,
You're
for
gonna
example.
piss them off. You're gonna just say nothing. Just let them.
No, I'm
They're gonna all the
the tune has changed.
They don't get mad at you. They get mad at us.
No, it's not about you. Hold on. The tune is actually changing with the allies because when they restarted hitting them, Mark Barney, a Canadian Prime Minister, which what's it called, says he fully supports the new strikes on Iran. Before he didn't support it, he came out openly. This is huge. That now somebody that was always against it, they would say, "Oh, all your partners are against us." No, he supports it. And the UK this week has fully designated the IRGC as a terrorist organization. So now it's happening in Europe as well.
Who cares what the Canadian Prime Minister thinks?
It's not that. It's the support of the people. When people are gonna see that, okay, again, people are getting
Carney's a fucking joke.
He's a clown. I agree with you. Again, a clown like him told the American people like Pepe, "Oh, the partners aren't with you. This, that. You guys are on your own. You guys have no more allies because of this shit." They fell for it.
He's shit talking Israel every single day for doing the exact same
but
shit.
he follows the news, right? The shit talk Israel. He follows the news. But now the news are fucking kind of going the different direction, which is very surprising. It's a good thing. Because they're slowly gonna re-indoctrinate the support should be there. Now the Europeans are supporting. Now the Canadians are can't see nobody supports this war, and America's gonna look stupid.
Well, I would say this. The thing is, though, is that we, okay, almost all of us, okay, in the West, do not support the IRGC. We understand they're terrorists. They're bad. They mistreat their own people. There's literally nothing positive I can say about them. I mean, they completely belong in the basket of bad people. And so,
Threatening to kill the president, threatening to kill all these people. Doesn't matter to Pepe.
Good people.
They're good people.
so, but the reality is, though, is that our Westerners, and this is, once again, you're trying to say, like, oh, this is Pepe's belief. This is how he personally feels. You know, I'm telling you about the popular opinions of the people. They're not on board with sending their sons and daughters to Iraq.
Yeah, but I'm sorry, Pepe, when you sign up, when you sign up to be in the army, you sign up to get for the possibility of getting deployed for war. So you don't get to pick and choose where you want your kids to go. Unfortunately, that was choice. Nobody made them sign up to be in the army.
Yeah, usually the military protects the people, not the people protecting the military. It's very weird how it all around in the West. That the people are trying to protect the military instead of the military protecting the people. How the fuck you guys are working everything backwards lately in America? It's becoming funny.
I'm really tired of Americans bitching about going to war. Every generation of my family, from the very fucking beginning, and I am not exaggerating, before this place was a country, we'd fucking war.
Yeah, exactly. Do you think Israel is happy that their kids are going to war?
But it makes the man. It makes the man at the end of the day.
Well, it makes you keep a country.
Exactly. And they're all upset about, threatening President Trump's life. Okay, but like nobody looks at like all of the lives that were lost and taken on October 7th.
Forget about October 7th.
So it's okay. Hold on, it's okay to start a war because of a threat on somebody's life. When actually lives are taken, you shouldn't start a war for it.
First of all, you're wrong. Because if I'm not a Jew and I'm not connected to Israel, I shouldn't give a fuck about October 7th.
Exactly.
Correct. Yeah, stop using October 7th.
Rafi, but you're not listening to what I'm saying. Is people are judging Israel.
No,
Shut up. Let me finish. Let me finish a fucking sentence, and then you can reply, Rafi.
Okay, go.
Shut up, or else I'm literally gonna move you into the audience if you don't know how to.
None of this shit.
Okay. I'm gonna finish a sentence and then you
Come
can
on,
reply.
Rafi. I never move mods.
You literally don't know how to shut up and let somebody finish a sentence before you jump on them.
I understand, but you never fucking move another mod into the audience. Anyways, finish up.
Whatever.
No, don't finish up. But I'm sorry to say.
No, Rafi, let me finish my sentence before you jump to conclusions and you make it all about you and October 7th. What I'm saying is that it's okay for the U.S. to engage in war because they're upset about the threat that was made on Trump's life. Meanwhile, they're judging us at the same time for starting a war in Gaza because our citizens were murdered. There's a difference between a threat and actually action.
But hold on, that's a war between Israel and Gaza. The Iran war is right
But it's a double standard.
No, hold on. The Iran war is deemed to be a war as an Israel war. I'm sorry to say, it is correct.
That's crazy, Rafi. That's
why is it?
Hold on.
If they threaten to kill the president, why is that Israel's fault?
They killed 200 American soldiers, Rafi.
I understand. They killed 200. So what the fuck? Guys, hold on. Again, guys, mute up. She spoke, she was muted. Now let me speak. Put your little Jew cards aside. Forget that you're a Jew.
I'm just drawing a parallel of a double standard.
I understand. They can double standard with 9/11 that it's the same ideology of Islam that wants the West destroyed.
I'm not understanding.
But they don't need to know about fucking October 7th. They don't give a fuck about October 7th. Right now, the Iran war I'm sorry to say, for the Kurds, and also put the Persian card aside, the Iranians, I'm sorry to say, let's put it aside, and in their eyes, Iran was never really a threat directly to Persia. It might have been a direct threat to its own. It might have been a threat to its proxies, like Israel, that they paid to defend. Well,
You're actually crazy. And the fact that people in America are crying because people have to go fight a war, that was their own decision to sign up to serve the army.
That's a different topic, Capri. That's a different topic. We can argue that separately. That I'm telling you that the people now, the population, instead of the military protecting the mass population is protecting the military. That's what I said, which is very weird.
Wait, are you saying this is a Jew war, Ruffy? Is that what you're saying now?
I'm not saying it's a Jew war.
That's what you said. That's what
We're
you're
saying it's whether it's America or not.
Most Americans, Brad, again, put your Jew card away and put your Iranian card away. Again, don't tell me what the fuck.
I didn't call you what the fuck. I said
no. I don't mean it like that. I don't mean that you're going. I mean, like, don't be surprised. I mean, don't say what the fuck like you're surprised.
No, I'm surprised by what you're saying, Ruffy.
I'm telling you that again. You want me to lie to you? Tell people, oh, this is not the way it is. No, this is how Americans are thinking. It's not. This is a
country that constantly threatens America. Threatens to destroy America. I don't understand.
North Korea is a threat to America, but you don't see America invading North Korea. Why?
Wait, Ruffy, if I threaten your kids, are you going to wait until I take action? Are you going to wait till I take action?
Because they're afraid to, and it's not in their best interest to.
North Korea, trust me, threatened the U.S. And
when does North Korea threaten the U.S.? When?
North Korea threatened the
U.S. They've been threatening us for decades. Look, here's the thing: is it like as an outsider?
You're not attacking North Korea. Why aren't you attacking North Korea?
Because North Korea has taken zero action. What have they done?
No, it's because North Korea has all of their artillery. North Korea has.
Exactly, you're afraid to. That's why.
No, it's not. It has nothing to do with that.
What has Iran done directly to America except attack its proxies in the region of the Middle East?
What the fuck, man? They killed 250 soldiers or whatever it was in Lebanon and then claimed responsibility. And America did nothing about it, Ruffy.
Okay, sure, but we can. I don't want to get into other sensitive talks.
America should have done something before, not fucking 6-10 years down.
What are you going to wait for? What are you waiting for?
Okay, here's what you don't get, and you see the right wingers have been turning on Israel, not because of what's happening, what you guys are doing to the Gazans, not because of any of this shit. Okay, what we see, and this is literally where I have been.
Can you stop yelling ever, Pepe, please?
Sure,
honestly,
please. Okay, can you not interrupt?
Yeah, but my ears are bleeding.
Okay, can you not interrupt and then I can talk
more loud here.
Okay, so where people like me turned very skeptical of Israel is that we do see this as like, hey, we have an enemy. Oh, by the way, Iran is the biggest threat to Israel. It has been. We all
and to America.
And they're not our biggest threat. China and Russia are much bigger threats. I mean, literally. But when it comes to us saying like, well, no, we're not really.
You're trying to justify something as an average American that has no connection to the land of Israel.
Exactly. That's why I'm trying to make this point.
To this Judaism tribe that we all stick to, okay? They believe, again, what they believe. Don't tell me what the fuck. Or I'm telling you the actual facts. What's happening in America?
Like what the fuck?
But Americans believe this is a war for Israel. Because especially how the media portrays it. On top of it, because as soon as Trump comes in, they always say, oh, he's licking fucking Bibi's ass. He's licking Bibi's balls. He's Bibi's puppet right away. And you know it's true. And Americans are eating this, sadly to say. And you're not going to change people's minds on Clubhouse to think otherwise because you're sitting here with fucking 6-7 fucking Jews They say, no, it's a war for everybody. They don't see it, it's a war for the
Yeah, but Rafi, maybe you don't say it the same
As
way.
American
You
citizens,
don't say it the same way as us because you didn't grow up with the connection
Well,
to
that's what
Judaism
I told you.
and
Correct.
Israel.
That's why I said put
Yeah,
your Jew
yeah,
card
yeah, this is
aside.
where
That's why I said put your Jew card aside, put your Iranian card aside, and
So
now the
nothing
average
to do with
American.
No.
You just admitted you weren't.
Rafi is correct. Rafi is correct here because
They have no connection to that land. Yes, they have no connection because the average American never felt. I'm sorry to say,
But they think that it's okay because their president was Rafi. Their president was threatened.
It doesn't matter. We're not going to go to war for that.
Each other's
But Trump will send his people to war for that.
No, we're not going to. No.
Oh, okay,
Again,
Pepe.
every president does different actions. Every president attacks a different country, whatever they're interested.
They had some agreement until they decided to threaten him, and now there's no longer an agreement.
Just the timeline, how it all unfolded, because people were mad at what happened in Gaza, that they were getting indoctrinated. That average American, uneducated American, or educated American that has been pushed the fucking propaganda into their head, that the Jews are attacking the Gazans, so the hate for the Jews came, and then Trump comes into power, okay, and apparently out of nowhere Trump goes into war because their interests are aligned with Israel when there's already built up America for Israel that was under different administrations that wasn't stopped.
You're talking about a bunch of ignorant ignoramuses. You ask the average American where Seoul, Korea is, they'll say it's a state in America. They don't know shit from shit.
Okay, no, that's not true. That's not true.
That is fucking true. I've seen it.
So if you're telling me you saw a bunch of retards that were fun video clips on YouTube, whatever, and they showed you a bunch of retards of Americans, Americans. Okay, so if they are, okay, so why do you expect them to be smart about this war if you just said you saw stupid people?
Can I say something?
You just contradict yourself.
Can I say something?
Yeah, go.
I think, generally speaking, preventative are not very popular. In fact, I think that relates to what people are thinking in the US.
Yeah, we should wait until they blow us the fuck up and then we should do it.
What happens?
You don't understand. We have over 20 years of experience of global war and terror that absolutely helped nothing. If you want to ask why we are hesitant to get involved in Middle Eastern wars, it literally has to do with our recent experience.
Yeah, Pepe doesn't want to lose soldiers. Pepe doesn't want to lose soldiers. Volunteer.
Listen, Sydney died, and they were very quick to say that they were responsible for his death, like whether it was true or not. So
prior wars, people like Pepe were patriotic. But I'm sorry to say, America in the Middle East doesn't have the best track record. Even though Donald Trump is a different type of president. So we don't know how this is all going to play the fuck out. But they don't have the best track record in the Middle East. And during that time, Israel didn't really build a really good reputation with the West. So what do you want me to tell you, Brett? Do you want me to lie to you? You're a grown man. You know the facts, what's happening. It's sad. It's happening.
What's sad is you guys want to wait, and you were the first to say it the other day.
I never said I would win.
Americans.
I would bomb them. I would support bombing.
Well, I don't get it.
Because I always say, you're leading a war for your children. Right.
Exactly.
That's what I say. Because if you're a normal fucking person, you would make sure children of the next generation of your children would live a fucking safe and peaceful place.
Exactly.
Instead of sending them into this fucking war.
Yeah, but I don't understand this. I don't understand this argument, Rafi. I don't understand this argument.
But this is how they're indoctrinated. It's not understanding. You said you saw stupid people, Brett. You just said you saw stupid people.
I haven't just seen them. I've met them, man. I spent
so you met stupid people. So why do you expect to explain something with rationale and you expect somebody to say, I got it?
But Pepe's not stupid, and he's sitting in this room time after time. We don't want to. One second.
I'm not indoctrinated. I'm not indoctrinated.
Shut up. One second.
Either side.
I have to say, you're sitting here every single day. We don't want to sacrifice American soldiers for Israel. We don't want to sacrifice American soldiers. What the fuck are you talking about, man?
What do you expect them to do? Sit on their bases every day getting paid their fortune to do nothing? They join because they want to fight for righteous causes. This is a righteous cause, Pepe. A country that wants to annihilate you. If they had the opportunity to do it, they would. And we want to go in and stop that from happening. It doesn't make any sense to me what you're saying, Pepe. We don't want to lose American soldiers. Like, what the fuck are you talking
Especially
about?
since so many people were against, the war that was started after 9/11 and the soldiers that were deployed. You would think that people would think twice before actually joining the army again.
Exactly. Why they want to join the army?
It's not about it. As I said, I'm sorry to say to my American friends now that they need something like an October 7 or 9/11 to reunite.
No, they
Americans
don't.
again.
No, they need to wise the fuck up. They need to smarten the fuck up.
Last time America was reunited was after 9/11. After 9/11, everybody was fucking united.
So fine.
Was fucking united.
Do it your way.
Same thing what happened with October 7th. Look how fucking divided we were after October 7th. We weren't even more
So
united.
instead of
than
having
ever
a never again mindset, people are gonna have a mindset of like, oh, let's have a reminder.
That's why I said people forget. I just said people
let's
forget.
get reminded again.
Yeah,
and
do it your way. Do it your way,
thousands
Rafi.
of people die
It's not do it my way. This is the only way
in
you
order
teach
to
something.
take action.
No, but Pepe is arguing for your way, Rafi.
But Brett, so hold on. There's a saying: learn from other people's mistakes, or you can learn from your own mistakes. They will only learn from their own mistake. I'm sorry to say, but that's how it is right now.
Okay, so Pepe doesn't want to sacrifice. Pepe doesn't want to sacrifice soldiers. He's happy to sacrifice innocent people.
He's gonna want to sacrifice soldiers when something happens to him. That's why he's gonna want to sacrifice soldiers.
Absolutely retarded. No offense, Pepe. Absolutely fucking retarded. And you haven't learned anything from history.
And it's not no offense, it is all the offense.
Well,
No, the problem is though is that we are not going to fight for the state of Israel. Like that's.
Oh my God, man!
The security of your country is up to you guys, not us.
Stay on your computer on Clubhouse very comfortably. Nobody's asking you to go fight any wars.
Oh, you're asking for Americans to do it. That's what you're doing. And the answer is no.
Intelligent, Pepe, but honestly, you're an ignoramus, man.
Welcome on
Absolute
stage, Maddie.
ignoramus.
I just want to say something to Maddie, please. Maddie June, do not engage with Americans or Westerners ever again about this. The reason I'm saying this is because the ignorance and the arrogance that they are untouchable will get them in the end, and
Exactly.
I am done with them. Let them
Exactly.
fix the ignorance and arrogance consequences.
Don't say Westerners, Glow. I'm one of them.
Anytime ever again.
But
I'm a fucking Westerner.
honestly, I don't understand one thing. I
Not
don't
you,
understand
Brandy,
one
not you
thing.
guys. I mean, you know what.
I don't know why some Americans that are against this war.
Because they lack wisdom. They lack
No,
wisdom.
it's okay. No. Let me ask one question. I understand they might have any opinion about this war, but why are they angry at Iranians and Israelis for that? It is your president that is deciding about this war, and this is the one that you voted for. Okay? You voted for your
Because when we
president.
voted for him, he said no new wars in the Middle East.
Yeah, I understand.
No new unjust wars. No new unjust wars.
Now that president is in office and has decided to do that, and you have, like, you know the process, how to do it and how to react, okay? This is your country that is deciding. Why are you trying to make it about us? Like, if we said that we want the war, Donald Trump changed his idea and started attacking Iran, is it like this?
I changed the title of the room.
You don't understand.
Why do you think it is about us? Why do you think it is about what
Masa,
we
it's
think?
not about you. Pepe looking for someone to point the finger on. And
The Jews.
It's the Jews, it's the Iranians, it's everything beside himself.
It's also Santa Claus.
Because it's fucking loser piece of shit.
That's irrelevant, Shooky. That's irrelevant.
Totally irrelevant.
No, it's not, because we're talking about war and who our country sends. It has nothing to do with me personally.
Can you, Pepe, not
First
interrupt?
of all, Shucky, stop directly attacking people. Speak normal fucking to people.
Shuki was being nice, Rafi. He was being nice.
The way that I want. You don't like it? fucking kick me out.
No, sit on my cactus.
You still a child next to me. You still a child next to me.
Sit on my cactus.
You still a child and don't teach me how to talk.
I'll teach you how to fucking talk because you.
No, you're not.
Rafi,
No, you're not. You can kick me out.
I'm not gonna.
No one's kicking you out. No one's kicking you out.
And don't tell me how to talk.
Rafi also realized, okay, that he grew up in the country. His kids serve in the army.
That's why I said put the Jew card away.
No,
It's
stop.
not a Jew card. What are you saying?
We're fucking talking about.
You don't believe in your Judaism. This is your fucking problem.
Buttercup is infiltrated, Rafi.
Hold on.
Buttercup is infiltrated.
I'm not an American. Oh yes, Mary, you can. 1 second, give me a second. Again, as I said, I'm 100% for this fucking war. I'm 100% for this war fucking yesterday. And I'm
Yeah, but don't control people and how they talk, though, Rafi.
But people are again getting emotional. And I'm explaining that the.
And we have all the right to be emotional. They raped our sisters and our daughters, and they killed
Rafi, the same way.
We have all the right to fucking be emotional.
Rafi, the same way, okay, the Iranians are emotional about their people. We are as well. And that's why we relate to them. But don't control people and their emotions. You cannot. You cannot, Rafi, because you cannot relate. You fucking grew up in Canada.
Sounding whiny. Oh, now we.
Rafi, you spend too much time with Buttercup, Rafi. I feel like you spend too much time with Buttercup.
Honestly, I listen to you guys when you guys are all together in your fucking echo chambers.
This is not about echo chamber, Rafi. You keep saying Jew card.
Yeah, this is literally an echo chamber.
Yeah, it's an echo.
If it was an echo chamber, Pepe, you wouldn't be
It's
in
not
here.
your narrative and you're not happy with it. That's why.
Again, we're speaking on Americans. An American is not a Jew. An American has nothing to do with Israel or Iran.
Before Americans, I'm sorry, and anywhere in the diaspora, we are Jews, Rafi. At the fucking end of the day, it doesn't matter where the fuck you live.
Guys, you have to fight the war. You want me to go sound like this?
It doesn't matter where you live, Rafi. At the end of the day,
I'm not gonna go as a Jew fight a fucking war for fucking again. I'm not down for us to lose fucking people for the Jews, for example. I'm not down.
It's okay.
Israeli soldiers for the
In Vietnam, it was Jews that fought for America.
Rafi, we fight for everybody.
Every war, Israelis was there, Jews was there.
Okay, never mind that. Every single fucking natural disaster that happens in. Sorry, Mary.
Opinion on that. I've been waiting. I'm sorry. I just wanted to share my 2 cents as an Iranian and currently not the emotional one because I had given all my emotions away. I have finished. I need therapy. So I'm just going to talk kind of hardcore, like I don't know, hardcore facts. They said, you Americans, like, I understand you have different agendas. Like, you have strategic people working in higher places that are smart, and when they usually dive into a plan, they have different agendas. They try to reach different checkpoints. So your presence in Middle East is not just for Israel, it's also for your own agenda. And you can see it from how, from the ceasefire, like how Trump stopped the war. Iranians were not happy, Israelis were not. You can see a lot of people were killed in all different places in Middle East, in Iraq, in Israel, in Palestine side, which doesn't exist, but I'm not getting into that shit. And also in Iran, who were executed. But you don't give a shit about that, so I'm not getting to that. You are here for a deal. Even now, Trump is fucking them in the ass. He expects something in return, something financial, some incentives. So you guys are not really here to play hero. And by the way, none of you have military power. I mean, some of your family members can be in military, but you're not high decision makers. So you cannot stop your president that much. The Congress couldn't, and Trump made sure of that, which was very smart of him. They have no saying in the ceasefire or in the war, and it was a very smart move from Trump's side. And
Yeah, neither do you. You don't have any power.
Again,
Yeah, but playing like you're here for being like I don't know for a reason of being a hero. You're here to like Ukraine. You got half of the mining rights, so I guess you expect something in return. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I meant, Mary. If America's involved in this war, it's because Donald Trump believes that it's for America's benefit.
He sees a
Okay?
benefit in it.
Yeah, he sees there is some benefits for America. So if it's true, if it's false, it's Donald Trump's decision, which is your president. So if you're mad, you should be mad at Donald Trump. If you disagree, you should disagree with Donald Trump.
Yeah, but
It has
Massa,
nothing to do with us.
I agree with you, but when you...
Guys, stop. Everybody stop. Who removed KK just now?
It was me.
Why did you remove KK? Are you
You could remove me as
well.
well.
Why did you remove her?
Because she's retarded.
What is she retarded of? What is KK retarded of? Like, what did she do retarded? Seriously, like, what the fuck?
Okay, you could remove me, Rafi. You're honestly, you like literally just lost your mind on it. You lost your mind.
Just talk about it back channel, guys. Talk about it behind the scenes.
What did
Come
she
up with
do?
something.
Is it KK that's Asian?
KK, yeah.
KK with the big boobs. That's the one that Rafi.
She literally lost her fucking he did fucking murder you, bitch. She literally lost her fucking husband in war. She's a goddamn Gold Star widow.
Okay, I didn't know Pepe.
Okay, no, but just the amount of disrespect is a fucking lie.
Holy
shit.
Like, this is what I mean. This is advocating that you're trying to silence people, guys. This is the
Pepe, I didn't fucking know.
Don't mind if I answer from a Trump voter's position.
Go for it, Joe. It's all you.
Thank you for having me on your stage. I don't come on many other stages than the president's room. Look, I mean, realistically, voters voted for Trump because of a strong democracy that benefit us, the voters that have lived and advocated for Donald all these years. Yes, we prioritize the things in our life more than the world. It is what it is. I mean, you can't blame us for it, right? We just happen to be in this country, and we advocated for Trump for many, 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 many years. Many of us go back to 2016. We've had to have a lot of fallout between our family, and I realize y'all go through a lot of struggles too. And you know, your positions are related to what benefits you in your life with Donald Trump. But you can't blame us when we advocate for a strong domestic policy. And that's largely why the war's not popular. And it approval isn't in at the bottom or anything like that. It's just kind of mediocre. No, it's not. It's like around 40%. That's pretty mediocre for Republican presidents, and it's not hard to get to 40%. That's kind of the base. All right. So he hasn't lost the base yet. What he did lose was he lost crossover voters. He lost a lot of Hispanic voters, and a lot of that stuff has to do with domestic policy. It doesn't even have to, with the Iran war. The Epstein flood with the rollout and the messaging, that was a big flood. So all these things added up together. It's not, the Iran war is definitely not at the top of our agenda, but keep in mind how they sold this to us from an American voter's perspective. Look, in and out in 2 weeks. He with the bombing last year, he stayed afloat. He was still above water. But once this has dragged on, you hear the complaints. How many times does he have to say the war's over? But I get it. I'm realistic with it. And I'm a politico. And look, I pull red no matter what. I'm going to support Donald Trump. It'd take a lot more than this for me to give up on him. Even though I'm a dove, I don't want wars. All right? Realistically, I don't want wars. I would hope the Middle East gets their shit together and starts policing themselves. But if you want to know what the agenda is really about, it's about saving the petrodollar. Because if we lose the petrodollar, what we here in America, we know of our life will change significantly. It may be across the entire world, but the global economy, like it or not, is because of the American Navy. We're the ones that have largely defended all the trading routes. So it's really important for the whole world as we know it that America stays strong. And that's kind of, look, I get it where y'all are coming from. I'm sorry if y'all have any animosity
Please
that
stop
we don't
saying
have the
that.
same
Why
thing.
do people keep saying that? Listen, we know America is here for their own benefits. Okay, we know damn well, you know damn well, we all know, we're not stupid. And we know that, exactly, and that the Americans voted, for this as well. We know that too. Okay, Americans voted for this. Okay, and so they're here for their own benefit, and that's that. Don't be sorry for us. Stop addressing us, please, as if. Just don't.
Like we're stupid.
Okay, cool. I mean, I'm not talking to you like you're stupid. Then why are you surprised about many Americans not supporting the war?
No, we are not saying
Guys,
Mary just said exactly what you said.
1 second, I need to interrupt the room. Guys, I need to interrupt the room. I'm going to be opening up another room, and we're going to have to migrate, guys, because I want some people to return. But yeah, guys, we're going to open up another room for us. Pepe's going to jump in and post it on the Jumbotron. Just migrate there, and it's going to be a sick conversation. Give me a second.
I'm just saying that Mary said the same thing as you, Joe. She said the same thing.
Cool. I mean, should I not have spoke then?
No, I just mean people.
I respect what Joe just said, Glow. I don't know why you got defensive. I respect what Joe just said.
Being sorry for us. You don't need to be sorry for us. Just don't.
Well, we need to be sympathetic to the cause, Glow. It's not about being sorry.
What Glow meant was condescending. Like, we understand we have one of the highest IQs in the world, but IQ doesn't count because we have different types of intelligence. But what she meant is that we understand because we have been fucked over by USA before under a different party, which was Democratic Party. They always fuck everything up in the Middle East. So that's why we were kind of happy that Trump got here. And he made one little mistake, and that was giving a chance to the mullahs. Like, he was saying that he was testing them, but dealing with them actually, like, I understand that he wants Arabs business because a lot of Arabic countries started buying weapons from you. He got $19.1 billion deal with Qatar over buying a foreign direct investment, FDI. So I understand that this war can be kind of like a showcase of weapons for Arabs to buy new shit. But at the same time, we understand all of this. We have to, because our existence depends on it. Israeli people's existence depends on it. So we understand that. And yeah, I think that's what Glow meant. And what Joe was saying that it actually makes sense, and it was very similar. Like, it resonated with me, and I understand. But I think the mistake with America is that they were staying too long in the Middle East. That was your first mistake with Afghanistan and Iraq. And I think average Americans agree on that you have stayed too long. And you should have finished the job way sooner. I understand that these fucking mullahs are fanatics and it's very hard to do so, but I think you should never make a deal with them, even if it gives you Arab business or something.
I'll tell you what, guys, based on the link, I'll give you guys a few seconds, the link on top of the group. And for those of you that are in here, like KK, especially, for BOP, KK, she made me offer this advice. She's been raising her children that she had that man.
problem is it's not it's in the house.
No, exactly. Let me tell you why it feels divided. It feels divided because the people that comes from the outside, immigrants, right? They come out here and make fights with the white people. And they make the white people some of the white rights. They don't want to say, oh, I don't like your country, I don't care about your country, so they go. You know what I'm saying? That's why it feels divided.
They're not really bugs.
Are you Eritrean? Are you from
Yes, I am Eritrean.
Are you Jewish Eritrean or Christian?
I'm a Christian Eritrean. Orthodox.
Yeah, I have so many Eritrean friends, a lot of them are Jewish and they're very nice people.
Yeah, that was something.
Hold on. It doesn't matter that there's immigrants that are coming into your country and your neighbor is afraid to say, like, came from this and that, and they want to do it. Right? That's not really bad. But Americans are divided on politics. That should be around. Americans are willing to cut up some because they cut their fucking wings. It's Donald Trump won because they thought the world was coming to a fucking end. That's the kind of democracy that that's the people democracy that they have always had. Americans are talking to them, not research people that are talking to their mother or father because they hold it.
It's just the thing, many people, for example, what you say, people don't talk to each other. This is the same thing that happens in our families. For example, half of the family are Jewish, half are not Jewish. In order to get against the regime, so that's not normal in every society. Many people in Russia don't support Putin. Okay,
that's why as many fucking assholes stars, many opinions. But it's not the same as
That's dangerous, what you're saying, Brad.
But it's dangerous, but it's not dangerous. Allow that people that got involved, because right now this generation that's been being raised for the past 10 years has been getting indoctrinated in colleges and high schools. Teachers being one-sided and pushing a one-sided narrative are the next generation that's going to be woke. The baby boomers are getting hurt. The baby boomers are the majority population, but I'm saying they're going to stop moving. And these ones are going to be the ones that are moving out. I think they're destroying America more than I'm sorry to say.
Yeah, but remember that anytime an American grows up in such rights, so when I hear people that are saying I'll start at this level of college.
So you want to see all the people before fucking over?
I'm telling you. No, well, no, they're the ones that stay. Yes.
And that's why they killed Charlie Kirk, because they wanted to stop young people.
The question is, what's the majority middle class?
So what happens is college, like the must really speak from personal experience as an American, you can just go no sense of like righteousness when you need to go out and be this one better place because of all so righteous. And then anytime you end up making money as a white resident of the 30s, mid-30s, you switch minds because you look at taxation, what's really
It's not about money, Bliss. It's not about money, Bliss. It's not just about money, Bliss.
So I'm saying that big portion of us do, really do. It's really what happened. It's a big part of it.
Of course, listen.
And speaking from experience, I was a bleeding heart when
Right, we study all our life to get a good job to get paid well, and then you start taxing me on these switching parties.
Yeah, I never had no.
I got tear gassed and then I stood up for all these parties.
That's the good thing.
And I protest and then, I became an independent and actually had a decent job
Winston Churchill saying that goes, if you're young and conservative, you have no heart. If you're old and liberal, you have no brain. This concept has been around for a long time, though it's kind of simplified. Look, you got duped when you're younger. I've been voting Republican and I'm conservative all of my life. But you can call me a cold-hearted Republican, but I just didn't fall for the lies. However, what they've done, and they've done this in our country before, is to replace the liberal vote place that they start bringing in mass immigration, and I think that's what's going on in a lot of these other countries.
Yeah, that's happened all over the West. Look at Europe, mass immigration. Look at Canada. It's another division of Europe, just partnered with America. They're bringing fucking million immigrants in here for the past fucking, I don't know how long. Past 5 to 7 years. It's fucking tripled on this. And we haven't been working on it.
That's why you're American, you shouldn't listen to immigrant telling you you're divided because he's the one that's really trying to divide you.
Sorry,
I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about you.
So the problem is the people that suffer because you choose, like I said, American people to bend the knee and to let that, and you choose not to allow that immigrant to assimilate to your culture. You say, you know what, we should learn about other people's cultures. We start to assimilate into their culture.
Yeah,
that is an American weakness. That is an American weakness. By you assimilating into their culture, when they come into your homeland, they have to, like when we came, when we migrated, we had to assimilate. We didn't push the narratives. I want Russian influence. I want fucking this, that, no. We weren't the language. We made access. We assimilated. But now what we see is that the people are coming into the country. They're forcing the population to basically make them feel comfortable and say that we have to now assimilate to them.
KFC becoming halal. KFC becoming halal in Australia, for example.
What about KFC? They made Wendy's halal, which the main burgers, the fucking ventilator, the cross-contamination, I don't understand.
Everything you say, that is right, okay? Everything you said, this part is right. But let me tell you this, the system that exists in America is self-healing, self-correcting. That's what I like about America. So even if such issues occur, it will correct itself. Or I'm sure that's
Alhamdulillah, inshallah.
Think about this topic. I want you to go on YouTube right now. It's about a Georgia documentary. It's a scary fucking documentary. Joe wrote this documentary, I think was in the 1980s. Okay, so this documentary was before 40 something years ago. Joe, sorry, what?
Yeah, it was the 1980s. It's well worth watching. Gary Vismanov. I actually saw it on the internet 15 years ago.
Can you run it in the chat? Roughly, can you run it in the chat?
He said this is a agent. And how he said Russia's gonna fuck America. This is what's happening today in America.
I think I've seen it before.
Multi-generational, and they're actually succeeding of fucking America. And I don't know how they're gonna fix it.
Run it in the chat, Ruffy. Can you run it in the chat?
I think I've seen it, but I don't think if the KGB was that much powerful in doing so. Okay, I have reasons to say it's not. But anyways, I don't know.
The basics even in this.
No, I don't think they succeeded. I don't think.
No, subversion is one of his main topics. Is subversion. Yes, the communists have subverted America. That's why we have them donning this like progressive.
It's just one state. First of all, it's just one state. Second,
that we're in still that one has happened. That one fucked up. You can switch the same state where it was the closest to home. The other states are not. Michigan's gonna do nothing. What's happening? Why Michigan? When they're trying to, you want to say that's okay. I get it. This is not going to be like overnight thing. This was said 40 years ago. I know. Day by day, when they don't take that over.
But the same shit's happening in Europe. Okay, so the same thing is happening in Europe. Even more. So you want to say? So let me ask you. You want to say the KGB had plans for all Europe and America? I don't think so.
Yes, because of the whole European countries had plans against Russia when they divided Russia. When they basically brought the West and made Russia break apart. And Russia is now being furnished to the KGB. I'm sorry to say it's working. We're watching it.
Nobody made Russia. Why do you think that way? Where is something? Nobody made Russia that way. We said USSR collapsed. Sorry, let me finish. USSR collapsed only because it didn't work. We wanted to collapse. Why your mindset is not just
Unfortunately, because the last thing is like you mentioned Europe, so I think a lot of
most famous countries that have experienced like capitalism, social capitalism, and communism in Germany. If you go to Eastern Berlin, like East Berlin they call it, it's still so different from Western part of it. Like Soviets and KGB and whatever the fuck they have done, they have had lasting like effects, and they also have had lasting effects in Iran because a lot of doctrines that these fucking artists injected the government, it was from KGB. So it was exported to other countries and it has fucked over Iran, and it has also inspired what we call Maoism in China. Like it started with Leninism and everything, but then it went to like China and became Maoism, and now even China is more getting stronger than Russia. Yesterday I read an article about how China is trying to assimilate certain communities in Russia because Russia is becoming weaker, so they're kind of taking this opportunity to invade like Russia from within. So we have to be worried about like not just KGB, but what it represents and what ideology creates these kind of doctrines and organizations. And I think the most important part is how they are inspiring other fuckers, like how they inspired like Cuba. And Cuba hasn't fucked over. It used to be very nice, but it has fucked over Cuba. It has fucked over like China, Iran, and still Eastern Berlin. So I think that is what Rafi and Liz have experienced in Syria.
But I have to emphasize one thing. I don't believe in theory of conspiracy. I do think, of course, I do accept that countries try to plan for other countries. Use they make some plans. But I don't think if a country gets fucked over because of another country, okay?
That conspiracy so much is actually one of the clever because it interferes with certain sleepers also. There actually have families and agents in the other countries have been kids there. Kids really look at as intelligence assets. You don't understand. It's like generational, and it's something they prided themselves in because they're the ones who are ideas and they can change them when there were fetal minds. Like if you get a hold of the youth between the ages of 8, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, I think you can influence them. And we're seeing what she's saying about China. Okay, then you're older. Look at Asian influence in America. Look at all the kids eating fucking ramen. And it looks like a simple thing. Oh, it's just ramen. But it's really not, because I think it goes further than that with the anime and some of the characters and deeper than that. It's part of that intelligence that plays in the movie. So if you really want to take that country from the inside out, if you take mass intelligence.
So it's a good thing some of the parents have to come in, right?
I mean,
But you can't do wrong.
And I understand that they hate and agree with it. I'm just saying, like, it starts with simple things, and like, it builds off of that, and there's other parts of that that are used as part of intelligence. I'm not saying that sharing cultural things makes sense to you. I know some people are, like, negative. I'm just saying it's something that's built off of a simple thing that becomes something.
So, guys, I want to let you know one thing. I want to let you out. But during as talking that they go to YouTube and just watch what our brother says. It's very scary because it's actually happening again. And he says how it's going to be generations. This is the second, third generation right now, and it's actually all what this person said in the 80s is exactly what's happening.
I watch it and find someone who has a counter argument to that. Watch or all those from the numbers on the blog. That's what I'm
listen, I'm pretty
expand on it? I want to expand on it. Yeah, so Virgin happened there, and then it gets into some of the elites, especially in our Ivy League schools. However, what has happened more recently over the last 20 years, 30 years, is this affinity now, and this idea of one party. What's happened in California is we're in one party. The California Democrats want to spread that all across the country. Ultimately, that's the Democrats' agenda. They have been bringing in this immigration largely because they want to create underclass, and it's the red-green alliance. So it's the alliance between the communists and
mask themselves as social immigrants, socialists, or ethnic immigrants, and then also with the Muslims, and the idea that they can merge these two together and have enough influence and power to take power.
That's exactly what's happened. That's exactly what's happened with Qatar money.
But this was hold on. Okay, this was set by a KGB agent, and they received a flight from Russia, and he went on an entry, and then he said he sent this, and everything you should bring up all the colleges and this was said that he was this. Okay, isn't it interesting? I mean,
Which is now Rafael, see you later.
Let me ask you, Rafi, please. Isn't it interesting that KGB is so strong that plans everything? One agent flies, flees the country, they go whatever, and he comes and he does an interview and he says, oh, these plans, these are the agents.
Yes, and all these ones that he said are happening in 2026.
Okay. Okay, I will let you. Okay, I will let you.
I don't really remember those. Don't get me wrong. But I don't know how a person does that something in the 80s. Almost one.
Okay, cool. I will watch it. Let me tell you.
More of the time, like, what we're thinking right now.
Okay, well, many of these. Let me say this.
Something to that. It's not something. This is not something that we have experienced firsthand.
Yeah, but I wanted to actually build on that. I think Mary said it. So we have many people in our country saying that the 1979 revolution was planned, it was Jimmy Carter, it was Waterloo discussion, it was not like that. I don't believe in theory of conspiracy at all. I think, of course, people take advantage. It's just like imagine you have problems with your wife, and you go to a lawyer. The lawyer will take advantage of it, but the problems were not created by the lawyer. Okay? The lawyer will take as much money as possible. So outsiders will take advantage, but it's not like a little somebody has a plan.
It's not a conspiracy. It is not an ego strategy, and it happens just gradually and naturally. It's not a connection. It's from a certain political group. It's not a conspiracy.
It's an animation with animation of Islamic Republic or like 1979. I was actually referring to the intelligence service, like the methods of interrogation and how they portray people. And this is actually based on a book, and there were a lot of people defecting like from what you call KGB, and Putin himself, he actually sold out a lot of his higher aides, and that's how he survived it. And it was actually in I'm not getting into that, but you have to read history, you have to read certain books. I'm not like the Disney that tell you to read books or something, but when you get your facts together, historical facts together, it's not conspiracy theory, it's not about the revolution. I basically talked about the intelligence, about the system that they use, and it has been used in a lot of countries. It's not about political organization or system. It's not about like just say Iran has theocracy, like or China has like Islam or Russia has Leninism. It's about a system. The countries cannot run on their own. They need certain system. They need population control. If they have that ideology or some belief system, and KGB basically came up with a lot of these things, and that has unfortunately inspired a lot of these, I would say, dictatorships all around the world, Cuba, China, IRGC, everywhere. And that was what I was referring to. So, yeah.
Thank you. One of the reasons that I'm writing these ones to a theories of conspiracy is because I don't believe it's about an end for difficult tasks. Theory of conspiracy is exactly like religion. Religion gives you the simplest answers. Why are we here? God wants us to be here. Who has created us? God has created us. Who did 9/11? It was inside job. Why? Because if you want to believe that, go and find the real answer. Everybody has to put a lot of energy
happening, that's scary that some guy randomly came and said it, when he said it's gonna happen, it's happening. That's what's scary. It's not a conspiracy. Because now we're experiencing it with our own eyes. Or when he said it, we can say it's a conspiracy. Well, he's talking nonsense. But when it's unraveling in front of your eyes, the conspiracy was said.
What's interesting to me, what's interesting to me is to most Russians that I talk to, or countries that are close to Russia, they think exactly the same thing. I mean, the theory of conspiracy is so strong. You know, somebody, I'm telling you, if KGB was so strong, it would prevent the Soviet Union from collapsing.
It's like, yeah, he explains, because again, this is a different number of war doesn't mean it was a war of words, right? But it was still counted as a war. War, it was not really a war. It was a war of words. But they still classified it as a war. So same thing with this again. This wasn't that type of war that divided Russia that broke up Russia just using words. They played what Donald Trump is trying to do with Art of Video, for example. He's trying to play this without going so worse and fundamental way. Just what how you things that we try to fix and everything. So this what I said is scary that this was predicted 40 something years ago, and everything that gentleman said is happening. We're just trying to
He's not going to believe you. He's just really one way because he just wants to know how to knowledge. So don't waste your time and to explain your
explain it. You want to watch the video, it's free. It's an interesting video, it's very educational. You don't become any smarter. Something you become smarter the more you learn, the smarter you get. If you choose so much and educate yourself, you can make a decision, oh, this is a conspiracy, or oh shit, this actually is happening right now. Why is it happening? And why was this said so many years ago when this didn't happen? And this random guy came on a fucking TV show that had an injury. This is happening.
I think there's a Chinese professor who has predicted a lot
was actually told me that they did as parents. Not unity. Based on one math, she says that she fucks bottoms. Yeah, that's what my buddy, he doesn't talk about that. He doesn't really talk about that. Yeah, I don't really watch it. You're telling them, I'm just like, 1 hour. Yeah, I know it's a lot, but you can find like the main clips, like the main snippets of like infiltrating the US and everything, and just watch it how he describes it. You don't want to watch after the whole thing.
Many countries have tried to infiltrate the ground. The United States existing the greatest country on the planet, existing as shelter for humanity.
Listen, all the countries are willing to shit. It's gonna be the greatest out of all the shit someday. Congratulations. But America was better than one point. America is not the greatest. They're not the greatest. But they won in fucking 90s.
Existing the greatest. I absolutely okay with you.
Yeah, countries are willing to shit. Europe was better back in the day. Europe got destroyed. Europe is getting sent back to the Americans right now. Okay, so when you're looking at America, they're not getting great. They're still great, but they're still declining on their greatness. It's good. We have all one great. I'm sorry to say, don't tell me they're the greatest. Yeah, sorry, they are the greatest. But they're declining. But the rest of them aren't.
Well, this is something that regimes like Russia or IRGC has been saying, is telling us since 50, 80 years ago that America is declining, America is the greatest country on the planet.
Okay, it doesn't lie. You can read as much as you want. That opinion doesn't change.
But this is not what I'm saying. Is that this condition is not like forever. This can change and maybe it's changing. And one thing is changing it or I'm not. I'm just saying that it is not what exactly he is saying. It's like if America is such a great country, there is no guarantee that it will be the same great country forever.
The system that they have is self-healing, self-constructing, self-correcting. That's beautiful.
Look, I don't know if I'm actually studying economy, but I want you to get into websites to get from.
I know the one that Dr. Hassan Al-Basri talks about, right? Don't tell me that because I know who you are and what you're trying to push, but
Alright, I'm not going to service honestly. The US defense the US defense budget now is interested in US defense budget. So in the next 5 years, we're going to find this add up portion. That we're talking about $45 trillion. So meaning that we must have to cut down the defense budget more. There's no other way around. This is in fact the 90s and 80s. The actual national debt was less than $5 trillion. $40 trillion is ticking on. It's not about Russia's electoral. It's the economy problem. It's not exploding. I mean, this is a serious matter.
China's collapsed on
Right. At the same time that I disagree with Korea, I went to guide and being on the same side with you. Okay? They keep the propaganda is not a problem for yourself.
What you're saying is right to no longer. It's all bullshit. Trust me. America's not going to do what they want. That's one thing I promise you. That's a process. Yeah, I understand. That's what brings especially making it. It's not like how the country choose to pay. She's making sure to keep the pressure over. Yeah, but this point should be done to get the gym. Who's going to pay us? Doesn't matter.
Is keeping on top of their business and they know the threats and they're working on it constantly. That is what they should be doing.
Yeah, but it's not feasible. You understand? You have to take the interest control of this. No one's going to pay you. This is trend. No one's going to pay that at all. Like the insurance because that's what that is. $1 trillion. It's going to move on and on and on. This is serious matter. I mean, people are. That's why a lot of
it's the same country. This is the same country that has had the greatest depressions economically in 1930s and in 2008 and survived all of them. The system is great.
sorry, dead program. Yeah, thanks again, for you.
Are you Iranian or others were saying you were pretending to be Iranian on the Iranian?
Yeah, I'm from Islam. Rafi, the way you talk, it's as though I'm hearing the same narrative that I just had. Continue, Brian. Yeah, I said the way you talk, the narrative is that you try to push. I feel like it's the same IRGC narrative.
Sure, what narrative that I push, what I'm saying?
And I can't say what I'm trying to say because
What do I say? I'm just pointing out what's happening in America today.
IRGC points out also what the same thing. That's what I'm saying.
The way you said was, you said it's divided, but it's not.
Right, exactly.
Again, Americans are divided by politics. Like never before.
They have always had two parties. They have always had two parties.
They can have 10 parties, but there were never fucking smart people that speak to their own parents, to the elected president as well. That's but that just shows that either Americans are getting dumber. Let me tell you this: if someone is stupid, he's gonna ignore his mom or his dad for politics, or they're gonna go at him for politics, but for a family. But when it comes to I'm not interrupting you as a moderator, but I'm just speaking because you're an American, right? You live in America too. Correct? Yes. There's something that's not my platform. I wanted to ask you, how old are you guys? Are you like in your mid-30s? I'm in my 20s. You're early 20s. Again, I'm not that old myself. I'm in my mid-30s. Over my 30s. I'm America. I just proud of Americans. Where you go, all Americans have fucking chests out. Alright, you can literally chest out. America was, I don't know how to fucking explain it to you. Like, you hear America, you history something. Everybody wanted to be either American or somehow involved in America. Everything, the trends, the fashions, you name it, all from America. Everything was just America, America, America. It wasn't even like European. I want to be European. Back in the day, then you would say, I want to be American. So anyways, America was never like George W. Bush won when I didn't I'm talking to Obama, the vision started to happen. And I think under Obama, that's when all the vision started to happen. After him, they just started to shit. Like when Trump won, people were fucking suicidal. So then when I talk to them,